Hello, hello, Guardians. I am Ransom Rider playing my favorite game, Destiny 2. Hello, hello. How is everyone? It's a holiday here in the United States. I am in the eastern United States. Guardian, wherever you may be. Hello, hello. Shout out to all those countries around the world who tune in, and thank you for all the phenomenal notes. I read every single one of them, and I do respond. Now, no, I'm not, AI. That's actually me responding. Someone said twice, this must be AI. No, it's me. It's me. I mean, I try to respond, but sometimes I know responses can sound similar, but I assure you, it's me. Old Man Rogue, hello, hello. How are you, buddy? It's good to see you. Now, oh, this is looking crazy town. It looks like the witness right there. Did they update that? I don't remember that looking that way. Look this way. Oh, there it went. There it went. I guess, I don't know. I don't know that I've seen that before. Let's go to the tower. I'm going to check in, pick up everything that I can. Old Man Rogue, I hope the holiday is good to you. Have you barbecued? Have you hung out with friends? Havoc Otter, it's good to see you. Hello, hello. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. All right. Yeah, I've kind of like had some good times. I got my new glasses. Although I have been told by people that I know that they look just like your old glasses. They look just like your old glasses. I don't know if they do or not. I don't think they look like my old glasses, but they've said, yeah, Ransom, those look just like your old glasses. Old Man Rogue, what do you think? Do these look new or do they look like my old ones? I need to know. I need to know. Does this broadcast make me look like I'm, faded out, pale, a greenish yellow tint? Sometimes I think it does. Sometimes. But anyway, around the world, Guardians, howdy, hello. Now, I did broadcast on my ransom underscore rider symposium account. And I'm reading and I changed up the structure of how I am reading some of the Sherlock Holmes stories. So if you like just hanging out, talking about some stories, some, famous literature, come hang out with me on my Ransom Rider Symposium. I only have like 8 friends over there. I've only got like 8 friends. Just subscribe. You don't have to listen. Just subscribe. But I am having fun on that. Irish Gamer, thank you so much for that. Thank you, thank you. Man, look at, what am I doing with all this stuff? 1-2 punch. I'm going to open some of this up. I must have left it when I was here the last time. Let's get these all open. Let me claim that. I need all the 2000s I can get. The E99 shell, aka eggshell. Irish Gamer, are you Irish? That's my first question. Are you Irish? This is cute, but I need that for Easter. I don't need that today. Is this a 2000? No, I'm not going to keep that. I'm not keeping. I only keep the exotic ships. Martyr's Retribution, I'm so glad to have this back. I really am glad to have it back. I'm not keeping that either. I kind of maybe want to keep that Perfect Paradox, possibly. Zulivic. Zulivic. Now, my Discord live stream chat is up. I'm surprised that Havoc hasn't come in and corrected me. Vanguard 1, hello, hello. Vanguard 1, it's always good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. Vanguard 1, I got new glasses. People that I know told me they look like my old glasses, but I can see better. I can see clearly now. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot better. It had been like a year, and I guess I'd gone bad. I'd gone rogue with my glasses. All right, I want to keep that. That's a 2000. I might need that for something else. In fact, I think I need to go just use it and upgrade. I need to upgrade something in my vault. Because my vault is probably at 700. I need to delete. I need to clean up. I was told to clean up. It is at 700. Let's go over here and use those arms to upgrade something that I might be using soon. What might I be using soon? Replace your barricade with an overshield. I don't think so. That's a no for me. Defeating targets with void damage grants a bonus to void weapons. I need to revisit these. I feel like I need to revisit them. BW Gens, hello, hello. Oh, Zolivic, you are Leviathan. Welcome back. It's been a while, but I remember you hanging out with me, and I'm glad to see you, Leviathan. BW Gens, good to see you back in business. How are you? I'm doing good, and I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. Dia Do It is Gaelic for hello. Hello, hello, Irish Games. Yes, you are Irish. I played with some folks from Ireland, and we had a real good time. You need to come and hang out with me sometime. I bet you've got an absolutely phenomenal accent. Okay, now can I use that? Yeah, I can use that piece because there's some pieces here that aren't 2000s. And I need to make them 2000s. 84. That's awfully low. Let's take this up.
By all means, let's get started.
No upgrade modules? Have I been that busy? Banshee, I'm going to need you to open this door up. I got to buy something from you. Let's get a few of these. All right, now let me upgrade this, because that's no good. You're no good. You're no good, baby. You're no good. Cue the music. Cue the music. Guardians, what do I need to do? What do I want to do? Need and want, sometimes they don't meet up. Sometimes they don't meet in the middle. Europa has the heroic lost sector, but I've done this one. I want them to come back because I've been missing them at the Pale Heart. I forget to look, and I need them to be at the Pale Heart. Loading, loading, loading. Circle the wagons. Things are going to get rough. Let's go over here. What can I pick up over here? Thank you, thank you. BW Gens, is that Cade 6? Is that Cade 6? Guardians, okay, you and I, we know this. We've talked about it. It's super hot out. But even if it's not, if you're gaming, remember, stay hydrated, drink plenty of fluids. Speaking of fluids, if you didn't check out, when Eva was in town, I made coffee for her. So definitely check out my Eva Levante coffee video. Because I had a good time brewing Eva a nice vanilla coffee. It was a vanilla coffee. Oh man, I need to get some of this. Fusion rifle. I'd rather have the machine gun. Okay. And they gave me the machine gun. I've got 10 of these. That seems low. That does seem very low. Now, did I delete everything that I needed to out of this? Let me get my red box. How many more of those do I need? It remains to be seen. Now, I kind of had in mind about doing something at the helm. Let me go see Failsafe. Failsafe, can you hear me? Good old Cade 6, you know, BW. I'm a fan of Cade 6. I felt like I knew Cade 6. I felt like he knew me. I felt like we were friends. And I was crushed multiple times. The first time that, you know, he was removed from the game, devastated. I was crushed. The second time he was removed from the game, I boo-hooed like a baby. I boo-hooed. Oh, a bonsai? I've got a bonsai tree. Word of the day, bonsai. Place something here. I feel like I've been placing this stuff for a long time. What's still lit up? Ooh, I have a message.
Guardian.
They know me.
It's not too late to accept. Everything I do is for the sake of a second golden age. I return to what we have all lost. The witness's failure showed that homogeny is fragile. Strength rises from individuality. It rejected the lesson of its own memory.
What?
Commander Takal's strength was their individual perspective. Their skill at directing an army. Not a hive mind. The echo of command and I were equally shapeless before we joined. It reformed my consciousness even as I made it into my mantle. Power joined to individual will. This is the key. Commander Takal lacked one, and the witness lacked the other. I hold both. With the echo, I encouraged my Vex's individuality. I commanded your ally. With more application, could anything lie beyond my reach? I have the will and power to create a new golden age.
Dave, hello, hello.
I am no tyrant. The conductor listens to her chorus. Join it and be heard. I'm sure we'd both prefer you make that choice for yourself. But believe me, that isn't necessary.
What? Make it make sense, ma'am. I mean, you're wanting a second golden age, but why? How? Who's she wanting us to join? The invitation has been sent. Dave, it's good to see you. It is so good to see you. I don't understand, you know, her reasoning. The reasoning's not any good. Oh, I didn't even know I had that. I got another red box. Try Danielson. Hello, hello. Happy holiday to you, Try Danielson. Thank you for hanging out with me, buddy. You've never... Zullyvic says, I've never really used Ruinous Effigy, but I've been using it. Let's get this red box before I accidentally delete a red box. I don't want to delete a red box. Do I want to keep this? I'm okay with how this actually dropped. Heel clip. Oh man, I wish that was reload. I wish that was reload. I do. I really do. Reload would have been so lovely. Oh, Dave, thank you so much. I was just talking about this, like, I look green. This lighting. Green. Or maybe I can just see myself better with my new glasses on. These are new. But I've been told they look like my old glasses. But I'm okay. I liked my old glasses. I didn't dislike my old glasses. Let's get these. I kind of just want to, I'm going to say this. I kind of just want to meander through the new. Oh my gosh, I've got 99 of these. I need to take a few of them. Let's get this down to 90. Okay, I got another red box. Another red box. Maybe I would have liked to have that machine gun.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Postmaster.
Do what?
I said, careful you don't fill up your postmaster.
Oh, is this Holden a grenade?
This is Holden.
Oh, Holden, how are you? I was watching you the other night, but I was silent, and then I fell asleep. But I was
really?
watching you play. Holden, how are you? Hello, hello.
I'm good.
Now,
What was I doing?
You were running the new exotic mission.
Yeah.
And I think you were just running it over and over again, and I did not know the people that you were running with, but I was watching you run it.
Yeah, in the morning I was trying to solo flawless it on expert, and I got really close, and then I got a soft lock bug, which was disheartening.
That's tragic. That is
Yeah.
tragic.
But I ended up getting it later at the end of my stream, and then in between that I was helping some friends get the exotic, get the catalyst, and then also grind some other stuff.
I ran that solo. I've not run it solo on the harder version, but I like it, Holden. I really
It's good.
I enjoy it.
I don't think that we've seen everything that there is to see from it. There's a lot of people who agree the mission is called Encore, and and then it has like the subtitle Overture, which is I guess the first movement in a symphony. And symphonies usually have like 3 or 4 parts, so we're probably I don't think that it's going to be completely different every week, but I think that week over week there's going to be different variations of the mission that change like the path of how we get to the Hydra.
Yes, and I think that's going to be, an interesting reveal when that stuff is shown to us. I've heard several people, actually, some folks in live stream chat the last time were saying they felt like, definitely. And then I was watching some other people in their live streams, and people tend to agree with you, Holden, that there's more there to be revealed. And I hope so. I'm hoping so.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of how the mission that we had for Hawk Moon had a different boss for the 3 weeks, and I can't remember if it had like different pathing. I
Now,
feel like
Hawk
it did.
Moon was in the EDZ. Is that where we went through the
Yeah.
fireplace?
Yes.
And that changed pathways. See, or the bosses changed. It was in the same arena, but the boss
bosses
changed from
changed,
like
and
Taken to something else.
yeah, and I think what happened was that the location of like the Arc Phalanx and the Void Wizard and then the Solar Captain was swapped around inside the bridge that we go into. Like there was different they were in different locations, and the pathing of like breaking the Taken Blights was different. So I think that it's basically that idea, but expanded upon.
What is the Grandmaster this week? I'm gonna say this, Holden, Chad. I loaded into the Grandmaster off camera, and I thought, oh, okay, this is it. And now this is old age creeping up on me. Once you hit 100, it's a downhill, slippery slope. But now I can't remember what I loaded into. what is the weekly Grandmaster? Is the weapon good, Holden? Have you looked at it?
I believe it's the Shadow Price auto rifle, which I don't have that much interest in.
Oh, I've had it, Holden. It's not any good.
Yeah.
But is it better now that auto rifles have been fine tuned?
I mean, it's not better than arc auto rifles that you can craft or drop from the Prophecy Dungeon. If I go to light.gg and I look up the Shadow Price, I think that Surplus and Volt Shot is an interesting role, but you can get better than that on the Prosecutor arc auto rifle from Prophecy.
Vanguard 1 says there
Um,
needs to be more payer drop off. Needs to be more player drop off is killing the game. You know, Vanguard 1 and Holden knows this because I know he's active inside the streaming community. It a lot of the really high end content creators, and by high end, you know, they can either be really good at the game, or two, they can have boatloads of followers. They're in other games. Wukong, which, you know, is beautiful, it's exceptional. I'm playing it. I need to play it tonight, but I have to redo my camera because Wukong would not load on my computer. And I know other people had problems depending on what chip you have in your setup. But Wukong, beautifully done. It's brilliant. Bosses are phenomenal. And Wukong has something that I like. It has beauty and the beast. And I'm saying that the battlegrounds can be absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. The exploration can be beautiful. And then it also has the real ugly. And some of those top games, and Holden, you might know this, I know you've played a lot of games. Some of them, they're just too much ugly. And I want some beauty thrown in. It's the whole reason that I would buy Elden Ring is to get to see Melania turn into butterflies. That would be, you know, my reason for going there. But you're exactly right, Chad. It is drop off. The player base, and this goes back to what I said, you know, a month and a half, 2 months ago, because I felt this when we took out the witness. It really affected me and how I felt, you know, about the game for a good long while. And I still have residue. There's a little bit of residue in there. There's some suds on top of the water. We need to clean it up. We need to get some fresh in there. And I had a live stream basically saying pour some gravy on it. Bungie, the biscuits are there. They're good. They're fluffy. They're golden brown. They're piping hot. We're ready. But we're going to need a little gravy on it because, you know, a plain biscuit sometimes, it can be delicious, but it's more palatable with a little gravy on it. And I just mean they need to fine tune and they need to get this new super villain. Right now, Maya Sundaresh, the Vex, they're not interesting enough. Make them more interesting. Give them some personality. And when you're a world of bots, a species of bots, basically, are we ever going to get individuality? Is that what they're trying to do with Maya Sundaresh? I mean, don't they all think the same? But Holden, you know, what are you doing right now, Holden? Are you going to be on for a little while? Can you hang out in my chat? Because you and
ready to do whatever you want to do.
We're supposed to talk about what makes a gamer, and I
we
still
could do
haven't
that.
forgotten that. And I do want to talk with you about it. Vanguard 1, you were exactly correct. After the Witness demise, we were just chasing a few class items, not much story content. I know. And I will say, I'm going to be direct with you guys. Now, look, I love this game. This does not mean that I'm hating on the game. It just means that these story missions, they're not in depth enough. They're not involved enough. I need to be rooting against someone. I root for the Vanguard. I root for humanity. I want our solar system back. I want friendships to deepen. And today, Guardians, just today, I was out on errands to get these new glasses, and as I was on my errands, I was thinking, I need somebody to hate. Like I hated Darth Vader when I was younger, and it was all fresh and new, Star Wars. And I hated The Witness because The Witness really was the reason that all these things were happening to us over all these years. And then when that was destroyed, it robbed me of like a big portion of why I went into battle day in, day out, every single time I turned on my computer or my console. I was pulled right in, man. I was in Destiny. I was battling because there were people that I passionately hated, the Hive, and we knew there was an evil out there that was unseen, and I want that back. And Myra or Sundaresh, whoever, whatever she is, Miss New Vex, she's not built the story yet. So I'm hoping what Holden said earlier, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, double fingers crossed, everything crossed, I'm hoping that they can build her into something greater. Holden, do you feel like that there is a big plan for her, or are we going to finish her up with the season?
The conductor?
Yeah, I mean, isn't she the conductor? Isn't that Maya Sundaresh?
Yeah. So, um, I don't know what's gonna happen with Maya Sundaresh at the end of this episode. I think that there's the
now,
question for me is
just conjecture, pure conjecture.
Sure.
Holden does not, reveal anything that might have been leaked, and I don't believe in any of that stuff. Even if I read it, I don't care. But you stay away from that stuff, Holden, right?
I mean, it depends. I'm definitely inconsistent when it comes to things like leading up to the final shape, because I had invested like 10 years of my life in the storyline. I didn't want to know a single thing. But now that we're into the episodes, I sort of care less. There's less like importance and impact on the story like over the course of a few months. But if we get another big arc, then I'm going to go back into not wanting to know anything as they unfold the story.
Right. And so you do feel like a big arc is gonna be on the way? Won't they have to give us a big arc?
Luke Smith said that there was more to Destiny 2, that there was more to the Destiny universe, and that it wasn't done. And I mean, I've said it to you, I've said it before to many people, that the guy that they hired to be the game director next, Tyson Green, I'm waiting to see what he comes out and says, because I think that he's the kind of person historically who has cared more about innovation and player delight than the game being not broken. So he's okay with breaking things in the kitchen to delight and innovate on the gameplay experience. And so I think that that's exactly what Destiny needs after, people are comparing it to Marvel, with how after Endgame, the Marvel franchise just sort of started to take a dip in popularity. It's still massively popular because...
But now, Holden, hang on. I want to comment on that because... you and I think we sometimes read some of the same trade publications.
Yeah.
But I want to comment on that Marvel thing and on the superhero genre in general. I want to comment on that. Now, chat, I know this is, outside of Destiny, but there's similarities here. I feel like There was no burnout on superheroes. We were not burned out on superheroes. What we were burned out on was crappy CGI and a lack of quality story content and character development. Don't throw
Yeah, the
somebody
writing.
at me and me not really know, what their motivations are. I want to know the character. And when I watched all the Marvel movies with, leading up to, like, I didn't watch Miss Marvel. I don't care about those. And, look, I want the women to soar. I want them to fly. I want them to win the victories, the battles. But I just didn't know enough about them to get concerned about all that stuff. I want quality story. I want to tune in and be like, holy moly, what are they doing to this character I love? And I relate that to, Cade Six and Destiny. What are they doing to him? We all bought Forsaken. I mean, Forsaken changed the whole deal of Destiny for the good and for the bad because we lost Cade. But we all liked Cade. If you'd played a while, you liked him. If you were shorter term and got to know him in the Red War, you liked him. We were invested inside. Is that my green screen showing? I don't think so. We all were invested inside. It's my sleeve. Okay. We were invested. We were invested in that character. We were crazy about Cade. Many of us, long-term players. I talked to people, Holden, that had been playing since what 18 or 2014. Is that when Destiny
Yep.
1 came out? And they
Destiny 1
started playing when they were 14, when they were 12.
Yeah.
They had
So-
taken this whole journey with us. We were invested. And then
Yeah.
Marvel released some of this stuff under the tutelage of Disney. I like Disney. I'm not hating on Disney. Little Mermaid. I was there when it debuted. Love her. But Marvel gave us some stuff that wasn't fully developed the way it should be. We weren't invested in the characters. What? I fail? I hit that dead on. Rewind the digital. So I don't believe there was fatigue, and we know I'm going to use this as my exhibit A, evidence for the people, me being the people. Deadpool versus Wolverine. My gosh, I had chills. I had tears. I had joy. I had sadness. I was run through the ringer because it was Deadpool, it was Wolverine, it was characters that we loved, that we'd known for years on the screen, and they were involved, and we were rooting for them.
Yeah, and I don't know how much Kevin Feige had to do with Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm sure that he was involved. But at the same time, I think that the audience perspective is that Deadpool movies are more about like what Ryan Reynolds is doing or whatever the people
Now,
that he...
I agree totally. I like Kevin Feige. I feel like he's made a lot of quality decisions. And if you don't know, chat, Kevin Feige is like, he's the like almost the last word when it comes to Marvel, isn't he, Holden?
Yeah, I mean, so like, he's the head of production of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so he is the one who the buck stops there.
Yes, yes. Now, do they have control? Does Sony fully control Spider-Man?
No, there are co-productions done to get Spider-Man into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and then Feige has like control over that, but there's probably something because Sony has the licensing rights to Spider-Man on film in the Spider-Man like sort of cinematic universe. And so as long as they keep making projects that are set in that, then the license won't expire. That's why they're making the Venom movies and the
I like
Morbius
Venom,
and
but I could watch right now on Netflix Madam Web, but after reading all the reviews from professionals and just people in general, I have not watched Madam Web.
yeah, no, I would.
I don't. Are you in my friends list? Hang on, Holden. Hang on. Big is in
Yeah.
the chat, and Big, you're on PC. I thought you've been on PC, but Big, if you're on, okay, I was looking for you because I was going to invite you. You need to come hang out. Chat. Big and I have been friends for a very long time. The first person that ever I went to at Trials of Osiris, I made it to the tower. It was with Big, and he's in chat. And Big, we need to play. I know you're in the real world now. You've graduated. You're in that real job. You're making the money. You've got a new house. But we need to hang out because Big, you are missed. You are missed. Big says we can soon. But so I know, Holden, that when they loaned Spider-Man to the Avengers movies, Spider-Man went from, 690 million to the 900 millions to the $1 billion mark. It jumped him a level because we got to see more of Spider-Man, and we all realized, like, wow, Spider-Man, he's phenomenal. And I watched the original television series in the 70s about Peter Parker and Spider-Man when there was no CGI. I don't Holden, have you ever gone back and watched that series from television?
Which series?
Spider-Man?
No, I never was really into Spider-Man. I was
What about
never
Doctor
really
Strange?
into. Sorry?
Doctor Strange?
No, so like my whole thing growing up, my entire world was Star Wars. I didn't care about Marvel, I didn't care about DC, I didn't care about anything except for Star Wars until I got into like international foreign films and stuff like that. At the age of like 15, I was just into Star Wars. But
Well,
so yeah, I never
hey,
watched
I'm
any
into Star
Spider-Man.
Wars too.
Go
I
ahead.
loved it. I loved it. I loved before George Lucas made any alterations, and I loved it after he made alterations. Jabba the Hutt, it was okay. I was fine with him being added. Holden, I'm just running through this for fun. If you want to come in and just hang out, Guardian to Guardian.
Sure.
I
Are
sent
you
you an
on
invite. I don't
expert
know if you
mode?
saw it or not.
Have you gotten the catalyst for the exotic?
I do. I have
Yeah.
it. But yeah, I want quality story, and I feel like some of the movies that were flops because they didn't really develop the story well enough. And I'm gonna really point to, a couple of those more recent. Now I know there was fatigue, right? There has been fatigue because we got a lot of TV series. You heard Holden mention Star Wars, and I don't pay for Disney. I do not, and I haven't watched any of the Star Wars television stuff. I'm also Star Trek, and I have not seen Picard. I've not seen any of those extra Star Trek.
Yeah, that's more what I'm talking about is like the lack of like motivation to watch stuff from Marvel after Endgame. I actually couldn't speak to the quality, although I've heard things that I've heard mixed opinions on the content quality
Hold on,
from
I'm gonna
Marvel
ask.
since.
I'm gonna ask this, and this is gonna show my ignorance because I'm with you. Holden and I often we see eye to eye. What are the movies after Endgame?
The first movie after Endgame, I think, was Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Oh, no, I did watch that. I did watch Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Ant-Man: Quantumania was pretty
I have not seen
bad.
a single Ant-Man because I just couldn't be bothered. He's.
I mean, the first two Ant-Mans are good.
And you liked the first two Ant-Mans, but did you like them enough to go see the third one?
Well, no, because of the fact that I generally don't go to the movie theater anymore because I'm still paranoid about COVID. And so by the time I would be able to watch something, there's plenty of opinions, and people said that it was bad.
Yeah. Christopher, hello, hello. I'm chatting with Holden and I'm chatting with you guys inside my live stream. Yeah, I didn't go to any of the Ant-Mans. And I remember, look, I bought the comic books in the late 60s and in the 70s. I bought so many of like those original comic books, and I still had them in pristine condition until I went away to college and then never came back home. And then a few years later, I was like, okay, I'm settled enough that I want my comic books. I could not find my comic books. Family, where's my comic books? But and I had all the original Star Wars stuff. Holden, I love Star Wars so much that I waited in line at the premieres, and we drove 4 hours to go see Star Wars because we didn't have movie theaters. But I had my original notebook. I had several of the notebooks with different covers on them. I would not use them because I would not ruin my pristine notebooks that were Star Wars. I did not use my toys because I didn't want to use them. And look, I was older. I was beyond the toy age. But man, oh man, I wanted the action figurines. I wanted them. And I wouldn't use that stuff. And my Star Wars t-shirts, like we were, I was my parents, my family. If if y'all are at the store, you look for a t-shirt that says Star Wars on it, I want it. Anything they've got in my size, buy it. I kept all my t-shirts, Holden, and would not wear them because I didn't want to ruin them. I wanted them to be pristine. And of course, when you've got family and you're away from home, they make decisions for you. And I lost my beautiful Star Wars t-shirts. I don't know what happened to them. Oh, here you are. I didn't even know you'd made it this far. Where's my t-shirts, family? I want them back. But I know they're not wearing them. They don't have them hoarded. My family, no doubt, donated them. And I'm glad that they had that in mind for people that probably, were thrilled to get my Star Wars, or maybe they weren't even familiar with, how much they were cherished. I don't know. But Marvel,
let's get the chest. You can get the loot every single time.
Marvel, give us quality characters. Destiny, give us characters that we can believe in. Bungie. And Bungie knows how to do it right. And you hear me use that analogy of biscuits and gravy. The biscuits are good, and the gameplay here is good. The gun play here is good. How this game feels and still looks, I know from playing some of these new AAA titles, we have come a long way with Unreal Engine 5. And, Bungie, they know that this is the best, I guess, it can look on whatever engine that they're using. Do you know what engine that Destiny is on, Holden?
It's
I don't.
the Tiger. It's the Tiger engine, which was what Halo was built on, and it's their own engine, and it's been upgraded and adapted, just like Unreal. Like, Unreal Engine 5 is not a new engine. It's just Unreal Engine 1 that's been adapted over time. And so Tiger engine, I don't know what version they're on, but it's the Halo engine that they built, and they've been using it ever since.
Right. And I have read this, Holden. I'm not a programmer, all I know is Unreal Engine 5 is beautiful, and Wukong is on Unreal Engine 5. A lot of the new titles are. But I don't know how all that stuff works. I don't know how they change all that over. Have we been on this same engine since D1, or is this newer since D2?
Uh, it's always been the Tiger engine.
Always been, but it's now a
Yeah.
heavily modified Tiger engine, though,
Yeah,
right?
I mean it's always been modified. Like the engine that we're playing on now will have, let's say, maybe 40% of the bones of the structure of it were there from Halo 1, and I'm just guessing. Um, and they've just adapted and improved and upgraded, and that's how all game engines work. Like I don't claim to be an expert on game engines, but I watched Datto's video titled "I don't know anything about game engines, and neither do you,"
I watched that too. Hold on.
where yeah, and Datto is very based, as the kids would say. Like he went and interviewed a game developer, and he like said his assumptions and then had them confirmed or denied. And so basically all game engines are they're iterated upon. They're built at some point and then they're improved. And so Unreal Engine, when they go to make Unreal Engine 6, they're not throwing out everything in the kitchen sink and making a new game engine.
Right.
They're taking Unreal Engine 5 and they're just improving on it. And then once they feel like they've improved on it enough to call it Unreal Engine 6, that's when it'll be released as a new version.
Right. Just fine tuning, updating, modifying, bringing in new technology, and I have to think faster processor speeds.
Yeah.
You
well,
know,
so
all
for
that
example,
kind of thing that they're bringing in to make it better for us. Just a note about where Holden and I are at right now. We are in, this exotic mission, Encore Overture. I think unless this has been updated since I was watching, I was speaking with Vendetta, and he actually has the world record unless they beat him on this. And if you've not watched Vendetta, get the world record for this. It is an astounding watch. Don't hesitate to go into his channel and watch that, or when he's live streaming to watch him. I do enjoy supporting other live streamers, content creators. Holden is a live streamer, often online for very long sessions. But now Holden has not put anything. You've not put anything on YouTube since you soloed Bo. You soloed Bo one of the missions from a few months back. Like the lovers, star-crossed lovers, I think. Is that your last thing on YouTube, Holden?
I think so. I'll be uploading a video of me soloing this mission on Expert that I got the other night.
Yeah,
so there will be a new
Holden,
upload soon.
You don't give that up. We want to see you. We want to see you. You have
Thank
fans out there. Don't give up posting.
No, I'm not giving up. I just didn't have anything to post. Well, I mean, I did, but also I've just been enjoying playing the game in my free time instead of working on video edits.
Right. And Guardians, it is a lot. If you don't create content, it is a lot. It's challenging to create videos and content. Luckily, I have somebody that just cuts out little snippets out of my live streams. And post them for me, and it's just something that you're rewarded. YouTube really, they want you to do shorts. They want you to have those 59-second shorts, and it's they're going to send you letters, notes, emails saying, hey, get in here and do some of this stuff. But yeah, Holden, we're looking forward to you coming back with some new content. Because it's always been a joy to see your content.
Yeah, I should maybe make a video today of... I actually think I have a list somewhere of videos that I know that I have the raw footage for that I haven't prepped to be YouTube videos.
So
I'm usually pretty...
Back to our Marvel content here, just talking about Marvel. What was the last one that you actually... that you did see? Was it the Avengers?
I mean, I definitely saw Avengers Endgame. I don't know if I've watched any Marvel content since then.
You know, I didn't even get I like Guardians of the Galaxy, but I didn't go
Yeah.
see the third Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm the same way. I loved the first two, and I want to see the third one. You know what I really have to qualify is that. Oh, did you pick up the thing, or I didn't know?
Oh, I
Neither of
didn't
us
pick a
did.
thing up.
I'll be right
Hold on.
back
We're,
with
I'm
it.
just goofing off, hanging out with
Yeah,
you.
all good. No worries.
If I need to do something, just holler. These flashing chevrons, Holden, I don't know if you saw my live stream where I talked about these. I Now look, I know many of you love this difficult and challenging. Holden is one of those puzzle people. My mind freezes when I see a puzzle. Even though I played Cocoon start to finish, and I want to play Stray, but I want the chevrons to flash red for like stop and green for go. So if we see a chevron, this little symbol right here, and it's green, that means we need to put something in it. If it's red,
Well,
we don't need to fool it.
It is flashing if it's not in there, and it's solid if it is in there,
But it
and a
stays
little
green.
bit more vibrant.
Or does the color of green change, Holden, and I just haven't noticed it?
It's slightly more saturated when you put it in. It's a little bit no, it's about the same, but it's really like if it's flashing, then the module is empty. If it's solid, then it's full.
Okay, that's like in the real world, in the automotive world. You know, if traffic is moving fine, I want everybody's taillights to be green for go, and if they're braking, I want it to be red for stop. You know, red means stop, green means go. I want exit signs in buildings. I want it to glow green if that's the path you need to go, because really look, this stuff is so confused. Stop signs are red, traffic lights turn red, it means stop. And then we have exit signs that are red when they should be green, meaning this is the way to get out of here. Follow this exit. So it's all just needs to be fine tuned. But when I played this solo,
See if you can make the jump up to that ledge.
oh, I think I can.
From here.
I was irritated that I got out of order on my deposits. And it's like, how long are they going to keep me in this hole? What am I doing? Calm down, Titan. Calm down. Make this
You have to
jump.
like sprint out to like hit the part of the. You have to get past the ceilings. There you go.
Oh, no!
It's a little high here. I'll res you. So watch what I do here. So if you jump straight out and then start going left, then you can hit this ledge grab right here.
Oh. Okay, well, hang on. I probably need to change my jump.
It's a speed strat for sure, because otherwise you got to cross the
I've got
chasm
strafe
and then
lift. Do
climb
I
up
need
those
high
ones.
lift to get up there?
You probably would, yeah. Try it out.
Oh,
Hit
no.
your head on
I
the
hit my
ceiling.
head. Boing.
You did.
But that's a
got
way
this.
better lift. Now I may have my pants on here. Let's see.
You're
I
good.
can
Just
swap them
go
out.
out to the go out to the right a little bit more on the next attempt, and you should avoid the ceiling, and then curve to the left.
Let me put that mobility, and then let me get my lion ramparts on. Buffs mobility.
Right.
Although usually, when I change my mobility stuff, I get upset about it. What the heck? I totally slipped. My finger slipped.
Yeah, that was an equipment malfunction. Your rocket boots didn't do what you told them to.
What is wrong? That's crazy
Turn my
town.
fan on 1 sec.
Now I could do something that would make this real easy, right? Mobility. I love mobility. Okay, that got it. You know, the button press, I handled it correctly there. Thank goodness. Now, what did I have on here? Was it these? And then I had this on. Yeah, and I've got my triple 100s. My triple 100s.
All right. I'm back.
But good story, Holden. Basically, just to wrap that all up and put it in a pot to stew. We want good story, Marvel.
Yeah.
Destiny, Bungie, we want good stories. We want, quality interactions. Bungie has so much that's just great about this game. Now, I have not played hundreds and hundreds upon hundreds of games like Havoc, who's probably listening in chat right now. Christopher, hello. Havoc has played more than me because he'll throw down the money for any game that comes out. I, on the other hand, read the reviews. Oh, wait a minute. Is this the Waffle Wall of Death?
Yep.
Waffle Wall of Death. Waffle Wall of Death. Let's see. You
Ready?
pick that up and I'm going to start running.
Yeah, go for it.
I don't think we have to take any of these guys down, do we, Holden?
Nope. We can just run out.
This reminds me of fleeing the Hellmouth, or, some of those areas in D1 that we had to flee.
You know what this is, Ransom? It's the boulder from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yes, it is. I hope you've got a bag of sand.
Mm-hmm. And that's really that's like all we're asking for is like just go back throughout history, find the good stories that humans resonated with, and do the old yoink and twist, like steal them and make them a little bit different.
I mean, so many great stories are reinterpretations or retellings of existing great stories.
Yeah, there's an entire like
Star Wars. Come on now, we know that there's inspiration in Star Wars from Dune, right? I mean, you've read Dune, I'm sure, probably, Holden, or you've seen the movies.
I've seen the made-for-TV versions of Dune from the 90s and early 2000s.
Yes.
I have yet to watch Denis Villeneuve's Dune, but I am going to watch them at some point.
They're worth
I've
the
never read the
watch.
book.
Timothy Chalamet, your 12-year-old boyish charm certainly turned into, ruler of the world. What are these guys keeping coming out here for? Get out of here.
Oh, I need to put this into there.
But Dune was spectacular. That is an example
sure.
of good story, quality filmmaking, just everything combined to come together to give us, euphoria on film. And it was, or on digital. I don't even think they record in film anymore. I think it's all digitized.
There are some filmmakers still. Christopher Nolan, I think, is the last champion of celluloid.
And will the celluloid actually work with IMAX screens? I thought all of IMAX was digital.
Well, so for IMAX, they can do digital presentation, but they can also do 70 millimeter, where they put the digital to film. They'll do a transfer.
All right. Frost, hello. Havoc, thank you for joining, buddy. Where are you? Are you still in Wukong at number 193? Havoc has played through all of Wukong, probably. Are you on your third playthrough, Havoc?
Until now, each Vex collective was guided by one mind.
I love to watch Vendetta just strand. See that right up there, Guardians? You can like blast up there and not even have to be in this stuff. But I don't mind going through every bit of this. I don't mind facing the enemies, but if you're wanting that world record, you do have to really think about what you're going to be doing to get through this. And that is visible, and you can jump up there if you're good with mobility, like a sword. Oh, where did it put you, Holden? Okay, you're
I
back.
was just
All
messing
right.
around with the launch or the pushers. Just
There's
seeing, and I got
there's no real like 45-second wait. I mean, Holden came right
no,
back
thank
in just
goodness.
seconds. But I need to get better. I've practiced with Holden. I've practiced with a lot of world record holders on speed runs. I did an interview with MJ Dash, and it's, I'm just not. I don't know. And ultimately, I guess if I really wanted it, I would be able to sword skate and do all that kind of stuff. But I'm content with playing this game as it was intended. Aim and shoot and take them out, Guardians. Show no mercy. And by the way, if you have not seen my song, my video that was written by Havoc Otter, it is on my channel, No Mercy Mission. And I had a fantastic time doing the voice lines for that song. Check it out. It's way over 500 views, and I know you're probably saying 500 views. Yeah, I'm happy with 500 views under my video section. Maybe my Eva Levante coffee will someday, hit 500 or 600. It's hard to get a normal video to hit that high for me. Astacross has videos with millions of views. I'm happy if a video hits 500. Heck, I'm happy if it hits 100, just to be direct. But I do want big villains to come back. I need somebody. The Witness was he was good to hate on. He was absolutely good to hate on. And I'm not the free-to-play folks. I'm glad they're in here playing, right? Because we need Guardians. We need Guardians. Frost says, I feel like you need to put the coffee video in for Movie of the Week during the Dawning or Festival of the Lost. Thank you, Frost. Thank you. And I've had a couple of people email me privately through Discord, and I definitely submitted with the help of Havoc. I submitted. Do we go through this, Holden? And
yeah.
I put it in. I don't know if they will ever really look at it because I don't have any special effects and I didn't use their graphics or anything. I just basically talked about it. I think you went through
So
this.
if you take the other portal that's open, that's the correct one that you were just headed towards.
So, Vanguard 1 says, Dado just dropped a video stating that we... Oh, really? Good old Dado. I've been watching Dado since I was 10 years old. No, since I was born as a Guardian, I've been watching Dado videos. And I have to say, when you want, like, the final word on these are the steps you need to do... Dado is really one of the best in the business. I'm just going to say it. Because I was late night watching, and here's why I say that. I was late night watching, and one of the top streamers of Destiny in the world, worldwide, in the world, posted a video on how to do this. And it was a jumbled mess. I'm just going to say it now. I'm not going to mention any names because I do respect content creators, live streamers. But it was a jumbled mess. And then several others came out. And man, oh man, each one of them got better. But there is a rush. There's a rush to create content when you're at that level. That brings me to another thought. Guardians. Now, Holden, do not let me forget that you and I are going to talk about what makes a gamer. But I'm hanging out with my friend Holden, who hails to us all the way from the far reaches of Canada. But he carries the light deep down inside, and he shines it where he needs to be. And Holden is exceptional. And Holden, thank you for hanging out with me today. But content creators, be good to them, like them, subscribe to them. We need them. I turn to them. I did before I came through this solo. You know, I didn't study them like I studied Salvation's Edge, The Raid, but I watched them for entertainment value because I'm into Destiny. I love Destiny 2 and 1. I'm a double D gamer, double D. But yeah, sometimes there's a rush to get content out really early. But Datto has always been one of those content creators. When you see a Datto video, Vanguard 1, you know that it's going to be a quality video. He knows what he's talking about. The steps are going to be correct. And I miss the days when Datto did a lot more testing of weaponry, and builds. And I know he's diversified. He has another channel on YouTube. But yeah, I really like Datto. I'm a fan. I don't watch a lot of his live streaming, but I watch his videos. I'm also a big fan of Aztecross. I think Aztecross is really entertaining. I think he's just sometimes so funny. I remember back when I first started following him, I thought that Aztecross had the strangest accent I'd ever heard. And I was at some points thinking like some part of Louisiana. You know, I was trying to pinpoint it. And now I listen to him and I'm like, he doesn't really have any accent at all. Is it just because I've acclimated, word of the day, acclimate. Is it because I've acclimated to Aztecross through all these years? Or has he just talked his way out of what his accent was?
I mean, I
once?
think that he's from Florida, but also did some stuff in Louisiana. His accent definitely seems to be an amalgamation of some other.
Good word, Holden. Additional word of the day: amalgamation. And so you think
mixture,
that's what it is? That he's just adopted?
Yeah. I mean, he's Aztecross. I don't know. I would say you have a much stronger accent than he does.
Oh, I agree. Now, when I travel to visit my roots, it's, people say, holy moly, did you grow up here? Yeah, I grew up there. I understand the lingo. And my home where I grew up, it is definitely, you as an outsider, you may not understand what they're talking about, okay? I went to school with people from back in the hollers, and there were times where I simply could not. Like, my nephew came to visit one day. This is how bad it was. My nephew. And I was like, holy, what are you saying? I can't even understand. Now, I said it in my mind. I didn't say it out loud. But he grew up in my hometown, but way back, and man, oh man, I couldn't understand a word he said. Now, if you want to know where I grew up, I'm going to reveal this, and I don't really say the name of where I grew up, but I grew up where the movie Nell with Jodie Foster, Nell, that's where I grew up. Okay, if you want to see where I grew up, that's it. And that will explain to you the language barrier. And people have often told me that I've got a really heavy accent. And I don't mind accents. I actually really enjoy them. I was speaking to someone earlier, and I've played with a lot of people from around the world, and I love so many of those beautiful accents. The Irish, those guys from Wales, England, I just love them all. If you're out there and you're listening, come and play, hang out so we can just hear your beautiful, voice and how you get to speak, and I'd just love to hear it. But yeah, do you watch any of the live streamers, Holden?
I mean, I'm subscribed to Aztecross, to Evan F, to
I like Evan
like
F. He's another one that I like.
I'm subscribed to like a bunch of them, and I'll watch their videos sometimes. It's the most thing that I do when I'm going to YouTube for Destiny content is I'm either looking for a quest step that I am confused about, or like a new interesting build idea. I don't I don't know, like, or I'll watch the videos that Snazzy puts out. When he just recently did world's first Oryx with a little bit of a
But Snazzy Rock
cheat.
hyperventilates, and I'm afraid he's going to pass out. I get concerned for his health.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I think he's got like pretty long hair and like a sort of like a a metal vibe to him going on. I think that he's okay. He's probably okay with the loud
The
vocalizations
screaming and
that he
the
does.
carrying on.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
know he's excited by some of the accomplishments
I mean,
that
and he should
has,
be.
'cause he raises the bar for all of us. And by that I mean he shows you what's possible in this game. And I miss Zemo. I sent a note to Zemo, and I was looking at some of the photographs that I was sent from the recent event down in Florida. And I was telling Zemo, we missed you. Get back in here, Zemo. The game needs that level of Guardian to inspire the rest of us. Okay, they inspire the rest of us. But having said that, I often wonder, those guys where you've got the world records, you achieve it, you beat your world record, you're there, you are the epitome of the very best Guardian in the solar system, and you got the track record and the videos. It's on digital. You bring the receipts. You prove who you are by showing us the example. But where do you go after that, Holden? Like, what is there? Where do you go once you've captured the world record? What is there?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know, because
I don't either.
I'm not there.
So I'm okay muddling around at times because I love the game enough that I don't want to feel like I've conquered everything. I want to feel like there's something still there for me. I don't know where in the world I'm supposed to go. I lost track of Holden, and now he's in another part of the solar system. He could be on the tower getting some ramen noodle, and I don't know. Here I am still wandering around. Am I supposed to jump here?
if you go through the portals at the top, the final portal, there's going to be another portal, and it'll get you to the first encounter, and I'm just waiting there.
Okay, I'm out here finding my way,
All good.
Guardians. I'm finding my way. Portal. Find
All
the portal.
good.
I think if I jump down here, I was down here before. Okay, is that going to do anything? No, that brought me right back up here, and there's no longer a portal here. But
Wait, let me see.
I know there's a portal
what?
out there. Let me try to find it.
I took away the portals, and then I took away the portals before you came through, so you're stuck. I'll just start the encounter.
Yeah,
for
pull
you.
me forward, Holden. We're just here tooling around, having a good time, chatting about things that we Guardians got to talk about. Oh, here we are at this. I'm a big fan of this.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm all about point and shoot. It's one of the things that I love in the game. Give me the ability to point and shoot. Get out of here, Cabal. Now, I have sent word to Keitel, carrier pigeon, and I've sent word to her, like, Keitel, get these cloned Cabal out of here. You need to start your own cloning programs. They need to be cloned with messages basically saying, obey Keitel. You know, we're going to need her to come and do a little bit of damage. That's what we're going to need. Keitel, these Cabal, they're listless. They have no direction. They don't know where they need to be or what they need to do. And we need to help them. These Cabal need help. They're lost. They're searching for direction. Just like a good movie needs a good director, the Cabal need a good director. And ultimately, I guess that's what Maya Sundaresh is trying to be, a director. Girl, I hope you've got some credits behind you, because we're a rough crowd inside the Destiny community. We want it all. We want great graphics, great story, phenomenal, death-defying moves, weapons that can tear armies in half with one bullet. That's what we need. We need that kind of thing. I want baby Screeds that are champions. You know, it doesn't bother me to say I want a baby Screed that's a champion. Get out of here. This guy, who does he think he is? I'll send a few rockets in his face. Oh, he's going to try to kill me. That's who he thinks he is.
Yeah, I don't think Maya Sundaresh is gonna be dealt with.
Now, so you're thinking that Maya will not end up, we're not going to take her out at the end of this story, these stories that we're working on.
No, so I see Maya as almost like the Savathun of the next saga.
You think she's going to grow and she's going to get her time to monologue?
Well, yeah, I think that Maya Sundaresh she's a complex villain in the sense that she has goals that are opposite our own, but they're born out of like a sort of misguided or manipulated love.
Well,
and
love of who, we have to ask.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
She certainly didn't love the Exos when she, you know, led the pathway into the Veil.
I mean, she reminds me of Osiris. She reminds me of Savathun in the sense that, like, they're...
Ooh, hold on. You put Osiris in the same sentence with Maya Sundaresh?
Yeah, well, I mean, Osiris is a radical.
Osiris is a radical.
He's not afraid. He, or at least in the past he was. I think that he's a little more reformed now, but in the past he was like a renegade. He was a rebel. He was doing what he thought was right. Or have we just grown to
meet his level? Has he calmed down, or have we leveled up?
I think that we've always been willing to do whatever Bungie will allow us to. I think that we're the most radical
that we've ever been
characters in the Destiny universe.
All right, do we go back to the main battlefield? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like, but I mean, you used to have villains like the Witness, like Darth Vader, but you got to look at how like storytelling has sort of evolved since then, and even with Darth Vader, like there's an emotional love-based reason for his turn to the dark side, to the loss of Padme, the loss of Amidala. Like the villains often were not as or like in throughout history, villains have not always been so dynamic, and they've been getting more and more dynamic as storytelling evolved. And it's not that they just like want to be evil, it's that like they were made to be evil by some other means. And
The circumstances forced them to choose a path of darkness.
Yeah.
It was beyond their control. You know, it was beyond
Well,
their
maybe
control.
not beyond their control, but like it's hard. It's hard for me to really dive into what I'm trying to dive into. I'm a little bit tired right now, but I think that they're doing a good job creating these like backstories and these motivations for the characters that are putting up roadblocks in our way for us to burst through as the guardian that we are.
Yeah, you know, Holden, just on that note, I listened
Yeah.
to Myra Sundaresh's message in the Helm today, and her intentions really seem to come from a place that I mean, she thinks she's doing good, right? She
Yeah.
thinks she's doing good. She wants
the
another
witness-
golden age.
The witness thought that they were doing good.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is like that's how complex existence and like good and evil are, is like there are things in this world, in this existence, that are just intrinsically or inherently evil. But at the same time, there's a lot of things where how something being like good or bad really depends on the perspective that you're looking at it from.
Yeah, like dragons. Are they
Like
evil
what?
or are their riders evil? Dragons.
Dragons. Yeah, I would say dragons are not evil.
Because we look at Riven, and then when we learned her story, weren't you more sympathetic to her plight?
I'm sympathetic to everyone.
I mean, you played Star-Crossed Lovers. Ah, no. Phew, I lived.
I thought that the story of Starcrossed
Ishtar buildings.
was the best exotic mission story they've ever done. I want an entire animated like history of the Ahamkara and of Riven and Taranis' love,
Sounds like my
and like I loved it.
I'm with you. Holden, where are the Williams?
Yeah. Well, they'll be a part of the story at some point.
I want the Williams back. I need them in my life. I need a William of my
Yeah.
own.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely need to at least give us an emote where a little whim, like, climbs up our body, like where the spire that Riven was hanging out on when we first encountered an Ahamkara in Last Wish. And then it, like, looks over your shoulder in a really cute way. That would be the best.
I agree. I just, I want some of that brought in, because that's some great storytelling when we learned about the eggs. Now, if you've been on the Helm before, and, you were knighted by Mara Saab, and I was knighted, I'm Sir Ransom Rider in the game. We know that Mara she had an egg in there from a long time ago. I jumped up, I looked through. I mean, you probably looked in the Queen's chamber on the helm and saw that Ahamkara egg, Holden.
Yep.
So we know that the baby Wilms basically, and those are wish dragons, Ahamkaras. They're out there. Now, did they cure? I'm just trying to remember, Holden. You might remember some of this better than me. Was the one of the dragon, the baby Wilms, the Ahamkaros, it was taken, right? Were they able to save it? Do you remember?
Are you talking about the one from Warlord's Ruin, or?
No, there
Like
was
the
just there was
actual
one of them
offspring
in the
of-
story. They were saying, that this could be taken. Can we, can Mara save it? It seems to me there was something about one of them that had been tainted by the Taken. And I just wonder, did they save it? Is it out there?
I don't remember. I'm actually not certain about anything regarding the offspring of Riven. I don't know if I've ever even put a thought to it, like where they are, what they're doing, if they've even hatched yet. I feel like maybe the eggs are still gestating.
They're out there. They've just not all hatched yet. Because I don't
'Cause
know
we
that
went-
we
we went-
ever had
Yeah,
word that the
well,
eggs had hatched.
Yeah, because we went out on in Season of the Lost. We were saving the eggs, and so I technically don't think in game any of the eggs have hatched yet, and
Okay.
they're all still in egg form.
All right. And who
In terms
has
of, like,
them? Who's
Tyrannus
looking
and
over them? The Techians?
Mara would have them in her possession, I believe. I might be wrong. I'll take a look at your chat and see if anyone has a better.
I
answer.
think, chat, do we know, does Mara Sov have the Wilms, the eggs? Oh, I can't go further that way? That seems crazy. Maybe she does. I would think that's where they ended up, because there would have been no one else really qualified. Ikora might have said, give me one. But I don't think Ikora really is qualified. And when we rank power levels inside of
don't
Destiny,
scan the EXO. Just come over here.
when we scan the power levels, or we look at the power levels inside of Destiny,
What did we name our daughter?
wouldn't Queen Mara really be one of the
Maya?
What did we name our
wouldn't she
daughter?
be one of the most powerful folks inside of Destiny?
Please.
Where would
Mara?
Ikora rank in relation? When we look at the women of Destiny,
Elaborate.
we have Petrovenge, we have Ikora, we have Mara Sov, we had Amanda Holiday, who was just a really phenomenal human, but no ghosts, no superpowers. How does Mara rank? Is she numero uno?
Beyond
I would
acceptable.
have to think she's the most powerful,
Excellent.
one of the top most powerful people in the game,
Osiris.
other than the
Original voice
villains.
From Neptune.
She's up there. I don't know if. Remember when Eris Morn got all of Savathun's power
Yes.
from the Eons and then used it to take away the throne world of Zivlurath? I don't know if her doing that dispelled her power or if she still maintains.
Yeah,
some
the
of it,
sword
because
logic did something for her and turned her
If Eris,
super.
if Eris maintained the power that she got to be able to do what she did to Xivu, then I would say that Eris Morn is the most powerful woman in Destiny.
Right. Eris Morn.
Objection.
Yeah, go for it.
Tess Everest.
Tess Everest? No.
Tess is probably the richest, but she's not the most powerful.
No, and
Yeah,
any
if
money
the
that she
abilities
makes is
are-
being sent off to her father anyways.
Yeah.
to fund his research and exploration for more things to be sold in the Eververse.
Just speaking of that, Tectonic, hello, hello, how are you, buddy? Speaking of, is it Fail Church? What is his name? What's her uncle?
Fenchurch.
Yeah.
Fenchurch.
I would like to meet him. I would like to go on an adventure with him, or have him do the vocalization. I feel like he's still alive. He's still bringing us, all these probably ancient Golden Age engrams for weapons. He's still bringing us great armor, great ornaments. Where is he? Is he a light bearer? Is he a rogue light bearer like the Drifter? Is he simply a human? Because we know in game humans live to be at least around 300 years or more. It's curious as to why we hear about him often through the words of Tess, but we've never run into him, we've never crossed paths. But talking about most powerful, there's one that is absolutely above all others, and that's us, Guardian. It's you, it's I. We are the most powerful being that this game has ever known. If we are not looking from the outside in, and we're just in the game as your guardian, my guardian, we are the most powerful being. We really allowed everything that's happened. It was through actions or inactions that we have taken inside this game.
Oops. Other way.
Oh, do I go back in?
Yeah, we're gonna do a little puzzle here for the third chest.
Fenchurch is an awoken. Oh, Fenchurch is an awoken warlock.
Guys. Yeah, that tracks. Tess Everest is awoken.
So, but Professor Dumbledore, do we know for sure that Fenchurch is awoken? But now I do hold that thought because, Holden, I know he's tired. He's probably been streaming a lot today. Holden's in another country, and so it's probably not a holiday for him. He's been working.
It is. It's a holiday, and I literally woke up like 10 minutes before I joined your chat.
Okay. All right. But Holden, I have not explored this question to the level that I would like to explore it.
Yeah, go for
it. I reserve the right to recall any of these discussions that we've had in future episodes, chat. So if we miss something that was important to you, send a message or come into live stream. Just remember, be nice in the live stream. But we can come back and visit these. They're not closed subjects. But Holden, what makes a gamer?
A person who plays games.
Okay, all right. And is there any specific time? Could a gamer play tic-tac-toe, play chess, play hide and seek?
It's sort of like up to the person who's. I'm pretty generalizing. I would say that, like, when you say what makes an artist, let's like look at just the question, what is an artist?
I like where you're going, Holden. Wow me.
I would say that there is
wonderful.
I would say that there is artistry in everything that humans do.
I'm with you.
I'm with like you. if you're an adept parallel parker, then there is an art of parallel parking that you are an artist at performing. Like, everything that we do is to do something, is to perform something, is to be an artist. I think that everything that we do is an art form. Now, is everything that we do by that extension gaming? I don't really have an answer. I think maybe.
Now let's pull it
Like,
into the digital age and let's forgo board games, card games,
okay.
tic tac toe. That and let's just look at the console era of gaming
I would say that
and
if you pick
computer.
up
By
a
that I mean the digital
yeah,
age. I mean
sure.
computers, consoles.
So if you're talking about what makes a video gamer, right? If we're saying like if it come when as it comes to the act of playing a video game that was designed for a console or a computer to be plugged into an interface and then displaying pixels at you and you're like manipulating a character to try and reach a goal, then I would say that in the moment that you first pick up that controller or press a keystroke in that game, then you are a gamer at that moment. And you could argue that for the rest of your existence that you were at one point a gamer,
So even if
whether or
I
not.
stopped gaming, 10 years ago, and I was speaking to you today, we bumped into each other on the street. Would you still consider me a gamer?
Yes, because I am a considerate person. I think that if someone wanted to stipulate that you're a former gamer, I would not be able to argue with
Okay,
them having that perspective.
all right. Now, what makes and Holden, you and I were eye to eye on that. Okay, I'm with you on that. We're on the same train. Now, what makes a professional gamer?
Okay. So a professional gamer would say that you have to take what the word professional means, and you'd have to say that a professional gamer is someone who is making money from gaming.
Holden, are you a professional gamer? Now, you don't have to answer that because that's, on a personal
No.
level, but we know you're a content creator that you live stream. Are
Yeah.
you a professional
I
gamer?
I would say that I am a former professional streamer, uh, and that the thing that I was doing while I was streaming was gaming. Because I was making money from Twitch and I still make a little bit, but it's more of like a side hustle,
Right.
I guess
You
you would call
game
it.
for the pleasure of gaming because it's something you enjoy ultimately. It's
Yeah,
not
and
how
I
you make
think
your
I
living.
yeah, and I think that you could like you could I'm sorry, I'm brain dead right now. The word that I'm looking for is that you could like disambiguate between a professional gamer who is like competitive and then a professional gamer who is like sharing the joy of gaming with an audience. And
But now
sometimes
that
those
that comes,
overlap
you have
and
to
sometimes they
also
don't.
hold and think about, you know, you have to qualify what you just said because by paid professional gamer. So okay, if
Yeah.
you get paid, let's cover that ground first because there's a lot of ground here and this is
So
not
so
definitive. If you're a professional gamer, you're saying you get paid to game.
Yeah, and you could be a professional gamer, but also not be making enough money to support yourself exclusively from your professional
So
gaming
you're saying that
endeavors.
to be a professional gamer, that has to be your main source of income?
No, I don't think that it does. I think that you can be a professional gamer and also be working at a fast food restaurant or a movie theater or as an accountant or
Okay.
whatever. Like
And
you
and
can be
just so that
multiple
we kind of
professions.
so that we understand kind of where, how what you mean. Who are some professional gamers in your view of it? Who would you say are some of the professional gamers?
gosh.
Stevie Gray, Evan F, a bunch of content creators, honestly.
I mean, here's the thing.
Emo.
Here's the thing when it comes to content creation is that playing video games is a smaller portion of what they do for a living than most people think. You know? Like, yes, they're maybe like for a streamer, okay? A streamer would be that doesn't make YouTube content would be more of a professional gamer to me than someone who is like making YouTube videos, because making videos that are edited and have like production is more work than just like hitting the go live button.
Yes, it is. It's a lot more work, Guardians, when you churn out videos that, I look at someone like Mactix, who left their full-time job recently, and this was all, announced on his channel. He talked about it. Mactix left his full-time job and he went in full-time into live streaming and content creation, and he has a team of people that put together videos. And in one of his live streams, he said that usually within a month he pays between $5,000 and $7,000 to his video production person to get his videos put together and then out there. And then he usually, on a lot of them, he vocalizes over his gameplay, and then he talks about what we're looking at in his videos that are created from his gameplay or that he specifically made. Now, would Mactix be a professional gamer?
Yes, more so because of the fact that he's outsourcing the non-gaming portion of his content creation, but he's still a content creator. And I think that that's more like, that's why you have these really broad umbrella terms for people who are working in social media, in content creation. You have like the term influencer. Influencer is so vague and so broad and all encompassing because it doesn't like put them into a box in terms of what they do.
And Guardians, by the way, I want to insert here, I'm a huge fan of Mactix. I love watching his Warframe content. I have loved watching his content in Destiny. I am a huge fan. I'm just using him as an example because, I know a little bit of his history by simply being a viewer. I've never played with Mactix. I have played with a lot of really phenomenal gamers, some known, some not known. But Mactix is a great example because he just, recently left his real world job to stream and be a content creator. And he does have a team of people that work for him, just like Astacross. You can see Astacross's job postings. There's a team of people that help you climb the ladder to greatness and masses of viewers. And I know, Mactix will hit 1 million, and so will Astacross. They'll hit 1 million.
Unless you're Datto, and then you just do everything yourself because you're a control.
And Datto is one of those rare content creators that did really spend a lot of time inside of Destiny, but now plays a lot of other games and does have over 1 million followers. Caucus HD has over 1 million followers. But the gamers, not just back, and again, shout out to live streamers and content creators, be good to them. But the professional gamer, in talking about this subject before, I discussed with other viewers, other folks that I was gaming with, and many of them from several other countries. I had people in here from around the world. They said, oh no, it's only the very competitive games where you compete for dollars are you a professional gamer. And there are several games where they have huge conventions where you go your setup and your equipment basically, I guess, is identical, and you compete on teams. You just like a sports team. And Havoc, if Havoc was in here, he can name off several of those games where it is very competitive, and there are millions of dollars on the line. And so many viewers that day said that's a professional gamer. But to me, if you are earning money, wouldn't society as a whole view you as a professional?
Could I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. The I feel like yes, the money making mess. I think there's just a difference between professional and like. I think there's like two ways to like the more slang version of professional, like pro type of professional, and then
Yeah, like if you're competing, even if you're not making money, you're still in the world of pro gaming.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean, you
and
could
then
compete and never win the jackpot, and wouldn't you still be considered a professional gamer?
Yeah, you would
and
be considered a failed professional gamer.
Yeah, I mean,
feel like
if you go and you're in sports and you compete in that sport, are you just a sportsman? And would you have to win the money to be considered a professional sports
I mean,
player?
I don't even
there's like, go ahead.
I don't even think there's you need to make money or have a possibility of making money. I feel like there's two different forms of pro. There's like the version that makes you money, and there's just another version which is like kind of a casual pro. You don't do it for money. You don't do it for anything. You are just good at the game. Very, very good at
Now,
the
Guardians, I'm going to reveal something here. I'm going to put this on digital. Thank you, Tectonic. I'm going to put this on digital, and Holden knows I've reserved the right to talk to him about this. And any of you are welcome to voice your opinion because I encourage discourse. We want to talk about it. I have been told, and I wanted clarification on this, and I don't know, I feel like we're going to have more people in on the conversation because Holden and I agree on so much of this. We're like, we're side by side in agreement. But I have been told, now it boils down, it's all about me, okay? It's all about me. But I feel this is a relevant question for so many gamers out there. I've been told you're not a professional gamer. You're just simply a gamer. And way back when, I remember when I got my first payment from my live streams. Okay, my first payment, and in my mind I thought I am a professional gamer. I was just paid to game. Holden, am I a professional gamer? And I will say it. YouTube, because I have thousands of videos and I do get, those hundreds accumulate views, that is. I'm nowhere near anybody that's these major people that have over 100,000 to millions of views and followers and subscribers. But was I correct, Holden, in my mind thinking I'm a professional gamer now that I got that first payment?
Yes. There's like two mindsets in my head. There's like the poet and the lawyer. Okay? And the poet in my head says, yes, the moment that you were paid to game, you were a professional gamer. The lawyer doesn't know if that would hold up in court for everyone's opinion. And I don't think that like
Now, okay, stop right there. Hang on.
Sure.
Hang on. I'm not an attorney either, but just strictly based on, where you're at and what your thinking is right now, you are saying that I would be considered a professional gamer from you, not attorneys, because we don't have one present, but or I don't think anybody in chat is an attorney. Uh,
Yeah,
in your mind, to you right now, I'm a gamer,
I
professional
I
gamer.
would say that anyone who has soloed a Grandmaster in Destiny 2 is absolutely a professional gamer in my mind.
Okay, and I have
I will go
done
that.
that. I have done that.
I know
But
you have.
so that's your requirement to say you're a professional
There
gamer.
are I'm gonna be honest with you. There are no requirements. I'm very like wishy-washy when it comes to language and stuff like that. Like I know that we're supposed to have these rigid ideas of what is like defined and stuff, and in some cases it does matter. But when it comes to things that I think can be that when it comes to something where I think that you can innocently and harmlessly take poetic license, which is a lot of stuff in this world, I don't think that there is any issue with um having like a I don't even know how to say it. I
And
don't even know how to
let's
say what I'm
jump
trying
to
to say.
another because I loved what you mentioned earlier, Holden. When we look at other outside of the gaming world, Havoc is a musician creating music, writing the words, producing that kind of thing. He wrote,
Yep.
all the words, everything to my No Mercy Mission song. And Havoc has received payment for his work. Is he a professional musician?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I
And
mean
if you've never been paid, are you would you just be considered a musician?
uh yes. I think so.
Okay. I,
Like yeah, if because if the thing is that like if you've never been paid, I would call you an aspiring musician or a passionate musician. Like that's the thing, is that there needs to be specificity. Like the more specified something is, the less my brain will like go and try to think of all the different ways that I could get to that description without like it needing to be something so specific. If it's
right.
more specific, then my brain is like, yeah, you're that. Like,
Right.
so I
And
think
chat, just so you
specificity.
know, I do not make my living on gaming. This is just really for fun for me because I do love Destiny and Destiny 2. There are a lot of games I've enjoyed in my many years of gaming because I really started out in the Pac-Man era, really playing a lot of games. Although I had an Atari 2600, which was Pong. Was Atari 2600 digital? That wasn't digital. That was analog, wasn't it?
I would have to research.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I did have an Atari 2600. I played Pong, but in my day, Pong could not hold me
I
inside
think
in front of the TV because I grew up in a paradise, of beautiful natural wonders, lakes, rivers, streams, mountains, wildlife. I grew up in a paradise. At the time of my childhood and my growing up, my young adulthood, I didn't consider it that. I kind of felt like it was almost, like let me out. I'm in prison here. I don't get radio signals. I don't get television signals. We created our entertainment. We created it. But then, we had a TV. It didn't get signals unless there was strong winds blowing and, one happened to wander our way. Never long enough to watch anything. But the Atari 2600, my family thought, oh, this will be great. The whole family will love it. It's got this game called Pong. We played with that for 45 minutes and left it. But it is just, this is all out of my curiosity. And then I do feel like, it's something that makes me wonder because this also goes back to that Fire Team chat from IGN where one of the members of the panel, a panelist, said a gamer. I don't, they were paid professionally and went into a job where they, were paid to be gamers at IGN. They said you cannot be considered a hardcore gamer unless you have completed a raid inside of Destiny. And that at the time simply burned a hole into me that someone else, on this little panel would tell me that I'm not hardcore when I had put in so many hours and fought and battled inside this game. And even today, when I look, Havoc pulls up my numbers. I don't ever pull them up, but Havoc looks at my hours played. That does not account for my years inside of Xbox, and all the way back to when Destiny 1 was the thing to play. It just really, I think, counts me from my PlayStation forward. Is that your understanding of it, Holden? How it counts your hours in game? Because we didn't have crossplay back then. There was no crossplay. So
no,
my
I mean
hours,
yeah.
I don't think they're correct. My hours aren't correct because it doesn't have my Xbox. I spent 3 years probably.
Well, so if I look up your time on the website that I use, give me 1 second here.
And it would just.
But I was going to say
it would just look up this name, right, Holden? Ransom.
Well, no, because
Rider.
it depends. Did you use when cross save became a thing? Did you use your Xbox characters?
No. I had moved beyond. What happened, I switched over to PS4 Pro when that came out, and I then started using Ransom Rider, and I dropped everything from Xbox. I didn't forward anything.
So your account is a PlayStation account to begin with. So you do not have any of your hours from Xbox accounted for on this, and it says that you've played 10,910 hours.
But really, I lost about 3 years worth of stuff. Whenever the PS4 Pro came out, it's when I made the switch.
Do you remember what your gamer tag was?
I don't. And that Xbox, they're still hooked up down in the game room, but I don't even know if I'd be able to sign in.
If you get the gamer tag, you can look that up and it will tell you how many hours was on that account, and then you can add the two together to get your total.
Wow, that's good to know. But Guardians, now listen, I know we've delved into this. Are you a gamer? Are you a professional gamer? There's been so many opinions.
I really just want to say that a person who plays Trials and Crucible only in this game and grinds that hardcore and has never done a raid, that is still a hardcore gamer. I think that the statement that you can't be a hardcore gamer in Destiny without having done a raid is BS.
Thank you, Holden. Thank you. I've been waiting for years for someone to confirm what in my mind I was thinking.
No, that is total garbage. You can because the thing is that if you want to tell me,
that Fran, he's still a live streamer on Twitch. I'll call him out by name, Fran, and I do watch him. I like Fran a lot, but he's the one that said that way back when. But I'm Holden. Yeah. Thank you for saying that. It does lighten me up a little bit to think. I'm a gamer, because also way back when, chat viewers, many of you may know this if you've hung out with me for a while, I was told you will never be a gamer. You will never be a raider. And you may hear this in your lifetime. There may be people that will stand in front of you that know you, that family, friends, and they may tell you you can't be something. Guardian, you can be whatever you set your mind out to be. And do not be discouraged. I'm going to tell you something that Beyonce, this is from her. Beyonce, yes, I love a lot of your music, but some of the recent stuff I'm not such a huge fan of. But Beyonce said, you can do everything right and still not be successful. Don't give up. Keep on. Go back. Practice. Do it again. And you will hear me in this content when we play Destiny. You will often hear me say, just practice. People will come in and say, oh, I want to do this and get it done. Well, you can do it. Practice. And remember, and Holden knows this. Holden, if you follow him and you watch his live streams, Holden knows this. Practice will get you that flawless completion. You may not get it the first time, the second time. And guys, I am crazy about Vendetta, and I'm crazy about so many ATP and Zemo, and a lot of those guys that came in third in the world for the raid that's the most recent one, Salvation's Edge. When we watch them and it's solo flawless or it's group flawless, we don't see often the hundreds of runs that it took. If you go back to when Zemo created the world record for Warlord's Ruin for a solo flawless run, you know that in his War Table chat with me, Zemo said, yeah, I practiced it hundreds of times. It took hundreds of times that you don't see in that video where he actually practiced his skill set. He
Ransom, keep moving around in the game.
What's that, Holden?
I just got kicked out for inactivity.
Well, I'll get you. I should be open, but let me send you an invite back in.
I'm joining. No, I'm joining. It's all good.
Okay. So it's definitely one of those things where don't let somebody box you up and tell you no, you can't. If you really set your mind to it and you practice, reach for the stars, Guardian, because one day they will be yours. That's exactly how I feel about it. And I think that a lot of people out there maybe feel that same way too. You can make it. You can achieve it. If you can dream it, you can be it. So that's really just one of those things about, saying be good to your content creators. When they show you something that's on a different level, it can give you goals. It can show you that this can be done. And one day with practice, maybe I can be that person. Maybe I can be that person. So don't ever feel like you can't do it. You can do it. You can be that final brick that brings the castle to life. Go for it, Guardians. And just to go back to Holden's last video that he did, Star-Crossed, he did it solo, flawless, with a bow, and I think no HUD, head-up display. Holden, that what we see on your channel, that probably wasn't your first run through there, was it?
No, I can't remember how many tries it took. Maybe a handful. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Holden the other night, Guardian, said something in one of his live streams. It was late night. Okay, I was watching from bed. Yeah, I'm guilty. I take an iPad to bed and watch content, trying to improve. I'm definitely not at the top level pinnacle, so there's tons of room for me to improve. But Holden said, he was basically an in-game content, difficult content. And Holden came on because I said, hello, Holden. And he said, hey, Ransom. And he was not on screen. Okay, Holden did not have his camera activated. And Holden activated his camera and he said, Ransom, I'm really focusing on this. Use your focus. I'm really focusing on this, and I don't like how my face looks when I'm really focused on just trying to get the mechanics down and stay alive. And I was so appreciative of what Holden said there, because if my eyes are bulging and my mouth is agape, I'm using my focus to try to get through difficult content. And I appreciated exactly and knew what Holden was saying. And sometimes like when I get back into Wukong, I don't want to have to change my camera out, and my Wukong is on PS5, and I sit here and I'm on PC, and I don't like to have to change it. But I'll do some of that, without my face showing, just to try to get through it, because I'm on chapter 2 and there's a gob of chapters. But it's all right, Guardians, if you don't want to show your face. And sometimes I think that some of these gamers, you don't see their face, not because they can't afford, the camera from Amazon, because there's varying price points in cameras, and most cameras today are good enough to show your picture. But I think that they don't want to, show how focused they are, as that could be a possibility why you might not be seeing them. Because I love to be able to see the person, that's playing that character in that game. And of course, I've seen Holden. Many of you have seen Holden, and so I was a-okay with Holden using his focus and cutting the camera off. And there might be something too going around you that you don't, you're not wanting people to see. Maybe your kitty cat walking across your computer desk or something like that. But I'm okay with it, Holden. Aren't you?
There are plenty of videos on my YouTube channel where my mouth is wide open during a focused part. I'm not too self-conscious about it. But it's also, there's like an additional factor of, there's two other things that I want to say regarding that. Sometimes I will turn off my second monitor, which is where I'm like sort of reviewing what my stream looks like. And I'll do that to help my focus, because it'll stop me from like thinking about my chat and looking at the other monitor.
Right.
And then also, just like the knowing that I'm live, knowing that my face is being seen, is also something that I will sometimes think about when I'm trying to do something. And if I'm thinking about something other than trying to do the thing that I'm doing, that can end up screwing me over.
Holden, so I'm with you, because you're thinking about, when you're live, chat, sometimes you have to think like, oh no, did I stick my finger up my nose? What did I just do something rotten? Because I'm so comfortable, sitting with you guys. It's easy to forget that you're not just sitting with family and friends, and nobody's really watching you, when actually, you've got people watching you, and then it goes on digital and it's there for the world to see, and you're thinking, oh no, did I sneeze and ruin do I have something in my beard? And chat, don't ever hesitate to tell me. I am one of those friends that's going to say, have you got a napkin, because you've got soup on your beard or something on your face? And if I am like that, tell me. I will thank you for it later. Save me if I'm doing something rotten like that and I'm not aware of it. So I appreciated your communication and your directness, Holden, and I know that everybody that hangs out with streamers appreciate that too. It's just part of it, isn't it, Holden?
It is, and I've definitely edited moments like that out of videos before, where I was embarrassed by what was visible, and so I'll just black it out for the time that it exists, or I'll try to get creative with it. When I'm live, you know, if it does happen, I try my best to not get too worried about it, because I think people understand that when you do something that other humans do, even if it wasn't intended to be seen or whatever. And
It's part of it.
yeah, and there's this whole like mindset. Like I was an overthinker growing up, and I got to a point where I realized that most people are thinking so much about what other people think of them that they don't actually have the time or like the extra brain power to focus on what, you know, what I'm doing. And so that sort of made me get into the idea, the mindset that, like, it doesn't matter what other people think. And there's another idea that, you know, there are a million different versions of you. If you know a million people, or a million people have seen you, there are a million different versions of you, and they're all inside the heads of all the people who know you.
The viewer.
Every member of your family has a different picture of you in their head than what you have in your head. Every friend that you have, every person in your audience, every person that passes you on the street, they all have a different version of you in their head. You'll never ever be able to justify and like sync up all those different versions. So just worry about the version of you that is in your head,
Yes.
you know?
Now, Holden, where are we? What are we supposed to do here? I know people are probably
We are supposed to
thinking,
go
these
into
guys
these
are still in
portals.
this room.
Yeah, so we're gonna go into these portals, and we're gonna shoot these little like pink crystal berry things that you've seen in some of the other content.
Now, before
And
we
then it's
move
gonna-
forward, Holden, like I'm looking at
Yeah.
that diamond right up there, and it has a light stream that leads over here to the red diamond. In
Yep.
order to shoot that out, what bay would I have to enter? What Vex gate would I need to enter?
So the diamonds above the doors are just telling us where to go. I don't think it matters too much, but essentially we have to put these blue pickups into the panels, into the modules next to the plates, and when I take this out, it'll stop the path from going to that one over there. If you were to come over here, Ransom, and take this one out, go ahead and grab this one. You'll see that it turns off everything.
I did
And
this
so
solo,
it-
Holden, but I do not remember. I don't think this wasn't part of that. Was it? I don't remember doing it.
This
Maybe I
is
did.
a chest puzzle. So
Okay.
if I put this one in here, it's going to light up the one that I activated, and it's also going to send over to here. So go ahead and put yours in here.
All right, because we are following the light beam, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it matters all that much. Okay, so now you can see that there's a connection from that one to there. I kind of want to do this in the correct order. So let me, because I haven't experimented enough with this puzzle. Let me just see what happens when I put it in this one.
Chad, I did not
Brand.
do this puzzle on my
That's
solo
going from
run,
there.
but I did do this puzzle later. Quest was with me, and
Going
Quest
here.
did this stuff, and we went on through it. We got the chest, but it's really, you really, these puzzles, you may want the chest, right? You may want and need this stuff. And I don't even, where did the catalyst drop from? We ran this and got the catalyst. Was it the final boss, Holden, where the catalyst drops? Or no, wait a
the
minute,
final
it's the
boss drops the
puzzle.
catalyst. Yes.
Is the catalyst from the puzzle, or is it from the final boss?
The catalyst is from the final boss, as long as you open up this chest.
Okay, all right. So
Just-
Chad, you would need to open this chest.
This chest
Tectonic, have you
specifically-
completed this? Is Tectonic still here?
Yeah, I'm here. No, I haven't. I haven't completed the final shape. I'm still working on it.
Okay.
But speaking of that, I'm probably gonna leave the chat so I can focus more on Because can you do the Kvastov quest right now before you complete the Final Shape quest or no? Because I kind of want the Kvastov.
I don't think I've
The
ever. I don't think
Kvastov,
I've ever gotten Kvastov. I don't know that I have.
it's a long quest. You have to pick up these like 10 different pickups from around, or 9 different pickups from around the world, and then you also have to defeat all of the overthrow bosses. There's 3 unique overthrow bosses in each zone of the Pale Heart, and they will each drop a mote of light when you defeat them. So you need 17 unique motes of light, and then there's a whole bunch of other stuff that you have to do in addition to that.
What's
But
it
you can
called,
do
Holden? What is the quest for Kvastov?
I don't recall what it's called. You don't have the Kvastov exotic auto rifle?
I'm gonna go look. I don't remember trying to get
Go
it,
go.
but it could have filled out.
I'm looking. I'm looking at your quests there. You can just step through the quest pages.
But yeah, so so I'm guessing because you have to explore the Pale Heart and you aren't, and at my current moment, I'm not able to explore anywhere past where I am. I'm
Yeah.
guessing that I won't be able to do it.
Kvastov takes like 5 hours to do, and you have to be able to go everywhere in the Pale Heart to be able to do it.
Oh wow. Okay, 5 hours. Jeez Louise.
If not more, if not more.
Ooh.
It is a lengthy quest. Look
Is
up
it
the
difficult or just-
video. What?
Is it difficult or just lengthy?
It's just lengthy.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds like a multi-day process at this point because I have school and everything.
Just look up the video guide to how to how to get Kvastov. It's 3 steps. But each step
Really?
takes time.
Yeah. Well, that answers my question. Because, like, I asked Havoc one time, and the answer he gave me was like, that's gonna take a while. And I'm like, what? And so I was very confused on what the quest was like. But now I know. And that sounds...
So I'll go
Fun,
through
but-
it right now here. Just 1 second. So give me 1 second. So step 1, you have to do all of the region chests in the Pale Heart, which are the gold chests, and they're all
Oh,
marked on the
that's
map.
fun. I've always loved doing region tests.
Okay, so you do the 9 region chests. Now you need to do
The 10 locations or...
So from each of those region chests, you're gonna get a lost encryption bit. Then you have to find the lost encryption bit, which is a pickup in the 6 different Syst missions, which you can only do after you've beaten the campaign.
Okay.
So the Syst missions, there's 6 of them. There's 2 in each of the locations, and so you finish the campaign, and then you can get the lost encryption bits from the Syst missions. Then once you have that, 1 second here. Then you need to go around and pick up the Traveler pickups. There's 8 of them around the Pale Heart. Skipping through the video guide for all of that right now. Then you need to defeat all 9 bosses of Overthrow. So Overthrows take about 15 minutes, and you have to do a minimum of 9 of those.
Tectonic, it sounds like a journey for you, buddy. It sounds like a
Yeah,
journey.
it's
That's gonna
you need to
take-
finish the you need to finish the campaign, and it's like a 3 to 5 hour quest depending on how focused you are. And
Legit, hello, how are you? Thank you, Legit Penguin, for
That's
hanging
gonna
out.
be like multiple school nights worth of quest. Jeez Louise.
Sorry. Yeah, but I will tell you that like people had the exotic going into Salvation's Edge, the raid on day 3, so like it was doable before the raid was completed. So like, just keep at it, you'll get there.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm sure that it's I'm sure that it's not gonna take like I'm sure that it's probably gonna take me, more casual Destiny player, about 6 hours. I'm not even sure I could call myself casual at this point, but whatever. The 6 hours, maybe five, like they said, but to do that, I don't think it's impossible. Like I'll probably do it because I really want to see what Krasov does. But yeah, I'm not expecting it to take any little amount of time. But the region chest part sounds a lot of fun.
Sorry, Ransom, I'm just messing around trying to see if any of these will stay lit up with
Oh,
one.
I was looking at Tectonic to see where he's at on his journey to 2000, and Tectonic, I think I would, have you completed just the weekly, like Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 stories? Because the new auto rifle, Holden and I are in the mission right now. The new auto rifle is really good. Now, I have not used the new Kovastov because I did
Oh,
get the original one way back when.
Yeah.
And it's not been something I urgently wanted, but man, the new auto rifle, it is really good.
Yeah,
um, that's,
you need to do the seasonal story up to Act 3 to be able to get to the exotic mission.
so about that, the thing is, I bought the expansion, but I had other games I wanted to catch up on. So I'm still on step 0 of Act 4. So that's gonna take a while.
It's a couple hours.
Legit Penguin, dude, the exotic mission is, I enjoy it. You see Holden, he's opening up. This is for a secret chest, and I soloed this mission, and you just practice. It goes back to what I was saying earlier. If you can probably come in
All right,
and
I'm
with
gonna do this.
practice get it. Probably some of the most difficult part is not dying to a fall. Not dying to a fall, because I was deathless in my mission until I fell off the map in a deep dark hole into a bunch of radiolaria. So don't be concerned to come in. If you don't have. Oh, look at this.
You can kill the ads, Ransom.
Yeah, I'll take them out. Get out of here, Wyvern. We know you're kind. Bad processors and, no legitimacy here whatsoever.
I'm confused.
I thought there were more ads. One Wyvern? Maybe we already got most of the little bombers. I think we got most of the little bombers. But legit Penguin, do remember, like Holden said earlier in speaking with Tectonic, you've got to get those story missions completed. Because I think you can still do this, but I don't think the weapon would drop for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tectonic, you're gonna love the new auto rifle. I did get the Catalyst, and I built one for my Titan, and I built one for my Hunter. I've not transferred it over to my Hunter just yet, but it's worth it. Choir of One, and man, oh man, I was hip firing it. Now it did really eat through the ammo, but it gave them pain, and I was loving it. I was loving it.
Holy smokes, that wasn't even close at all.
But you know that was one of the subject matters. Oh, this is where I got Martyr's Retribution. That was one of the subject matters that chat had been on my mind with Holden, was just trying to get this,
We lost a few sunrises.
you know, talking about the gamers, what makes a gamer, what's a professional gamer, you know, the whole deal. And
I suspect.
Holden and I agree on so much of this. We probably need someone, you know, with some varying opinions in here with us. And that will spur good conversation. You know, varying opinions and having a differing opinion from someone that you know, it's okay as long as you're just civil and you invite discourse and you talk about it. And I love to give examples, and we gave some really good ones. Holden had some excellent points tonight, and folks that have talked with me about it in prior live streams have had really good information to share. And there's been a lot of opinions, you know, there's been a lot of them, and not all of them agreed with me or agreed with, you know, what Holden was speaking about based on, you know, what he thinks it is. But do leave a comment. If you're watching this past the live stream, do not hesitate to leave a comment and talk about it, because I'm all about that. And just like I said at the opening of the broadcast tonight, those responses are not AI. They're not computer generated. When I respond to you, it's legitimate. Speakeasy Bob, hello. It's good to see you. And Tectonic has often given me comments, and I always try to respond to Tectonic. Speakeasy Bob, who is in chat right now, I've often responded when Speakeasy Bob gives a comment. So, and I just got one recently from Holden a Grenade on my coffee video for Eva Levante. And thank you for that, Holden. Thank you for that. All right, now which one of these do we go through? Because we're getting close to like the boss arena, I think.
Yeah, we could have finished this like an hour ago, but it's fine.
Oh, wait a minute. Did I go through the wrong one?
Yeah, I went through the wrong one to come over here. Come back through that.
I went back to the puzzle room. Room. There are people that are so good with puzzles. You guys hear me speak of Havoc. And, here we are. Havoc can remember puzzles from years ago. Like I've been gaming with Vol and Havoc for many years. And that it always amazes me when I run into someone who absolutely can just go back to a puzzle from 5 years ago, from 10 years ago, and remember the steps that are necessary. They remember the mechanics. It's like, holy cow, it's quite astounding to me that it happens like that.
Ransom, I have a question.
Yes.
Does Brad come around here often, or?
I don't see Brad anymore. I've not seen Brad in a long time. I did just run in. J Hill Prime was here a couple of days ago.
I will say, Brad, just like a throwback, Brad was a huge help. Was a huge help back when I was newer. He helped me with get so many exotics, so many things. He helped me complete missions, things that I was constantly
Tectonic. Brad was super knowledgeable, always up on the latest alterations and fine tuning in the game. Brad was always just a step above and beyond what a guardian needed to be. He was exceptional, really, in every way. I've just not seen him in a long time. He might have got burned out. I'm not sure.
But yeah, I was just saying, like, Havoc. He's just super knowledgeable.
Havoc is super knowledgeable, but he has been playing so many other games. Just so many. It was First Descendant, which he, played and got ranked up really high in that. Helldivers. Man, every big game and many not so big games, Havoc plays.
Yeah.
And I don't really look, I'm playing Wukong, okay? I am playing Wukong. I'm on chapter 2, maybe going into chapter 3. I don't want to learn all the lore in Wukong, okay? I have seen Journey into the West. I have read some of the mythology, which Wukong is based on the Monkey King, and I'm a fan. But have I read everything? I have not. I have not.
Well, the only
Ready for
fact
damage?
I know
Ready for damage phase, Ransom?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready. We should have no problem.
Okay, go ahead and
with
pop
her.
that.
The only fact I know about it, because I watch YouTube and I just consume a bunch of random facts. Apparently, Dragon Ball Z was based off of the Legend of Wukong, so.
There's influences in Dragon Ball Z for sure. Is she stuck over here with us? I'm gonna love it if she is.
Is it just me or is my SMG doing such little damage? It's like doing 27 damage per hit in like a lost sector.
Tectonic, I'm just trying to kill as many enemies as I can right now. It's one of those use your focus situations.
I see.
We're in the boss battle.
Boss is killable through the gate. Through the gate, we can kill the boss.
Okay, through the gate. All right.
There we go.
Oh my gosh, she went down already? Bye, ma'am. We hardly got to know you. I didn't even check your name. What was her name?
Parados.
I feel like they need to rebuild. They need to rebuild Panoptics. I'm gonna need Panoptics back.
Taking control of an entire collective and using Radiolaria
Panoptes,
to
yeah.
search the simulation network.
Panoptics or Panoptes. It was something like that. I don't remember.
was
Is it better to
Panoptes.
deposit here, Holden, or to deposit on the helm?
No. The helm for sure.
The helm. Okay. Quest, it is good to see you. I just mentioned earlier that you did the puzzle parts when you and I ran through it. We ran through with someone. I don't remember who we ran through with.
That question is only
It wasn't Family Guy. It was somebody else we ran
return to the
through
helm,
with.
Guardian. I need time to think over what we found here.
Holden, I think this is a good little bit of fun. What are your thoughts about this exotic mission?
I like it. It's an exotic mission. It's not like
What are you saying?
It's not
I
incredibly-
hear hesitancy in your voice. It
it's
doesn't
not
thrill your
incredibly
soul.
difficult. It's not incredibly difficult, which is a nice thing. Even on expert, it was okay. The bugs in the boss room are really annoying. The fact that I was on a solo flawless run and could not break the shield because the game bugged out was pretty disheartening. But but the weapon that comes from it is fantastic, and I'm excited to like explore the different variations of the mission later. I think that anything that Bungie can do to make repeat experiences with their content engaging is what they should be doing, because we know that there's no way that they could ever keep up with our hunger for new things to do.
I know. And, Holden, on that note, I was watching some of the interviews a long time ago with the people at Bungie, and they said what takes them 3 months to create, we run through in 30 minutes. So
yeah, or less.
Or
yeah.
less, yes. So they are always like, wow, you just can't. It's difficult to churn out enough content. But that leads to a point that I've often said. You really need stuff needs to be replayable, right, Guardians? We need to want to replay it. You want to go back in because we chew through so much content so quickly, and it takes teams of people to create this stuff and to come up with it, and then we run through it in 30 minutes. It needs to be really fun. It needs to be replayable. And Reginald, what's his name? Is he in chat right now?
Speakeasy Bob.
Tell him to say hello. Tell him to say hello. But it definitely is one of those things where you just, you want to have fun. When Root of Nightmares came out, I know this is not going to be popular, okay? I know what I'm saying right now is not going to be the most popular thing. I actually thoroughly enjoyed Root of Nightmares. And I loved the color palette. I liked the functionality. I was really big on all that. Matthew, hello. Matthew, I know you have choices, and I appreciate you for being here and hanging out with me. Matthew, thank you. Reginald, thank you for bringing Matthew along with you. Now, I'm a puppy dog fan, and that icon with that beautiful puppy dog, yes. Hello, puppy dog. Matthew, how are you, buddy? Thank you. Reginald, thank you for coming in. I hope you guys are following. I know there's a lot of choices out there. Like, follow, subscribe, thumbs up, share it with your friends. And let's be friends in this journey. Just a little short story that some of you have heard. Way back when I was in college, I am educated despite my accent. Way back when I was in college, I went into one of my math courses, and I had a tap on my shoulder from someone behind me. I turned, and basically this person, Tammy, hello Tammy, Tammy said, "Hi, my name is Tammy, and I don't know anyone in here." I was a freshman, she was a freshman. And she said, let's be friends so that when we come into class, we know someone and we can talk to each other. And I said, my name's Ransom, and I would love to be friends with you. And we, Guardians, we were friends. So, Matthew and Reginald, I'm giving you a tap on the shoulder. Let's be friends. Now, I got a lot of stuff, and this is Martyr's Retribution, Envious Assassin, and Kill Clip. That might actually be a pretty good one. Holden, that sounds like a pretty good one.
Envious Assassin is good. You want Envious Assassin Incandescent, I think.
Oh, Incandescent. This drops with Incandescent?
Yep.
I'm going to have to run it over until I get Incandescent. Yes, Tectonic, yes.
Wow. I mean, like, things must have changed, because that is not at all how that works anymore. I feel like how making friends in my life works.
Well, you're not in college yet. You're still in, like, way in the lower grades at this point. I mean, how do you make friends?
it like took me like the whole first semester to make like a single
Well,
friend
now,
at my high
Tectonic,
school.
did you tap anybody on the shoulder and say, "Hi, my name's Tectonic"?
No, because I'm not. I don't have the confidence to do that.
Well, do you know that most likely the people that are around you when you're in a new environment, a new class, they could be feeling the same way you are feeling. The odds are that you're feeling the same way. Quest says I have I can roll. I don't know what that means.
He's saying he has an auto loading holster incandescent.
Oh, okay. I just got this Martyr's Retribution with auto loading holster.
But the thing is that Envious Assassin is basically auto loading because anytime you kill something with a different weapon, it's going to load a shot into the magazine, and you can load multiple, like up to 3.
God, I love Volt Shot. Look at all this stuff that failed with Volt Shot, and I'm already in dire straits. Cue the music. I'm already in dire straits because I'm a fan of Volt Shot, and I have so many weapons that are good. Holden, I've still got so many weapons left over from last season from Onslaught.
Anything that's craftable, you should just delete immediately and then just craft one god roll and then change it if you want to, right?
But what about all that stuff, like those gold boxes? You know, people were just, the gold box, limited editions, they're only here available,
Yeah, that's a different, those aren't craftable.
Those are not craftable.
No,
And that's
they're
what I've got the
enhanceable.
most of. I've got gobs
They're
of those.
enhanceable, but they're not craftable. Do you want to go through some of your weapons right now?
Holden, I want a rain check because, yes, I need to go through them and just take a look at them, but I've got 700 items in my vault, and, I have DIM on my computer. I guess it's DIM, the Destiny Import Manager. I have a lot of systems to help me build really incredible. I could be better at doing that, and I need to get better. And because I've got a lot of armor where I have multiples of it, and I have a lot of artifice armor for my Titan because Guardians, born a Titan, raised a Titan, remain a Titan. That's me. I don't like to delete artifice armor. In fact, I will say that I need more artifice armor. I'm not keeping that. I'm deleting Pyrogale gauntlets. The ones I've got are really good. But I need to work on my Warlock and my Hunter and get them up to snuff. But Holden, yes. One day, I would love to have a helping hand to take a look at some of that stuff because I've got like 20 mountaintops, and probably 10 of them are the limited edition, shiny ones. And I'm reluctant to delete a single one of them because so many of them have things on them that I actually feel like, I support the weapon. But Shadow Price Adept. Oh man, Holden, did you say what the? I think I asked you. I don't remember if you responded. What is the Grandmaster?
It's the Grandmaster. If I go to Destination Vanguard, the current one is on Europa. It's going to be Glassway.
I love Glassway. This is Glassway.
I think that's the only strike, or is it one of the battlegrounds?
Okay, wait a minute. Barrier and Unstoppable. I think we should just go in there for fun.
It's not going to be Glassway then, because Glassway has overloads.
Let's go. Let's load into it, Holden, and just look. Let's just look.
Well, yeah. Let's.
Arc Surge,
do you want to set
Solar
up for
Surge, threat. Solar is the threat.
Give me 1 second. You said anti-barrier and unstop?
Yes. Triangles and squares. Now, chat,
Give me 1
no,
second here.
no nasty grams coming into the comments down below. I just want to go look and see what this is. But if Holden and I
wanna see what the
actually
burn is.
are doing good, we'll hang out. If I'm doing rotten, it was just to check out what it was.
Hey,
Now,
Ransom.
I feel like we need to get somebody else that might need this, because this weapon, I have this weapon in my vault, and I need to just probably get rid of them. But nobody's
Ransom.
on.
Can you?
Tectonic, you're too low. You're 1911. We couldn't take you in.
It would raise his power level up to 5 under ours.
Well, Tectonic, do you want to try it? Have you got time? This is a school night for you. I don't want to pull you away from school because that's important, Tectonic. That education is key for you.
Yeah, so I have two things to say. First of all, yes, it is a school night. I do gotta go to bed quite soon. Speaking of that, speakeasy, you should probably know that too. But and second, this is just something I wanted to say. The lost sectors are on the Pale Heart are extremely good. As a normal, not legendary, just normal lost sector connoisseur, I love these. Like, I've only done 2, and these are amazing.
Yeah, they're really good.
They're good, Tectonic. Your point is well made and well taken. They are fantastic lost sectors. And, I keep forgetting to look and see when they're there because I have not completed them at 2030. I've not completed them at 2030. Oh, who just left the fire team?
I did it so temporarily so I could look at the Grandmaster stuff. I can rejoin your fire team and we'll still be in the same tower. Just give me 1 second here. I'm prepping my build.
So now, Holden, this is not dead serious right now. We're just going to go in.
Oh,
and
everything's
have a little
dead
fun.
serious though.
Tonight, Guardians, everything that Holden and I have done, it's because we're hanging out as friends and fellow Guardians, and we're having discussions about the game, what makes a gamer. Do you like the game? What have we needed in the game? You saw my broadcast that was "This needs gravy" on it. If you follow me inside of X, I did make several tweets about it, about this needs gravy. And I also want to thank everyone that sent messages to me to submit my Eva Levante coffee video for video of the week, movie of the week. But of course, I don't have fancy graphics. I don't have 25 people behind the screen working on me. I wish that I, was that kind of gamer. Maybe someday. I have dreams. But, thank you for those comments, and I appreciate y'all having the confidence in me to say you should submit. Way back when, I did submit for their Christmas event. I don't remember. It was a holiday event. I don't remember what it was for, but they gave a bunch of guidelines and said, this is what you have to do. And, I made an original video of me cooking something that was holiday and that had meaning for me. And then, it was submitted. And, of course, I got nothing, no recognition, nada. And mine was probably not the best. And the person that made the beef Wellington, it was beautiful. But I don't know how it was remotely connected to Destiny. I don't know. I'm just saying, don't shoot the messenger.
You should have won.
But I love beef Wellington, and especially that one looked phenomenal. So whoever made it, you did an incredible beef Wellington from the pictures. But I don't know how beef Wellington really fit into the Destiny sphere. But I made coffee. Some of you are right now thinking, I hear you. You're thinking, Ransom, what's coffee got to do with Destiny? Well, watch my video and you will find out. You will find out if you watch the video. And while you're over there under my videos, watch my No Mercy Mission video. I want that thing to hit 1,000 one day. If you've got friends that play the game, share my No Mercy Mission song with them. One
On
day,
Spotify, it's
goals.
past
I have
1,000.
goals. Have you heard the
And
song
on
Tectonic?
Yeah, on Spotify, it's past 2,000 listens. So
Is it really?
yeah, it might be more now, but last time I checked, it was like at 2,500.
I've not ever looked on Spotify or iTunes. It's available on all major streaming platforms where you find your music. It's called No Mercy Mission. It's by Havoc Otter, and it has vocals by me. Havoc Otter, did you know that? Havoc is in the house right now. Havoc is a content creator and has a channel on YouTube where you can find his music. And he did write, produce, directed the whole thing, the whole shebang, as we say back home, the No Mercy Mission video. Havoc, hello, it's good to see you. Tectonic has just informed us with a glorious little tidbit of information. Tectonic, Havoc's in. Say that again. Say that again.
The thing I think like I'm looking like I looked at the numbers. It's like at 2,500 because any the rest of the songs were showing like less than 1,000, but that one it was the only one it was showing the real number of. And it was like 2,500 or so. Last time I checked, it
Wow,
could be way
that
more.
is amazing. How many Havoc? I
currently
can't
sitting-
hear you in the stream.
It's currently sitting at 3,270 plays.
3,270 plays. Celebrate good times. Come on. But cue Havoc's music. Cue Havoc's music. You know, Guardians, if you hang out with me, in my mind, no matter like what I'm doing, there's a soundtrack playing in my mind, over and over. And one word, a situation, an event, something I say, something someone else says, will trigger songs in my head. Now, I don't know all the words. I know probably, that catchy phrase from a tune, and I say cue the music because there's something that we've said or done that triggered that thought. I have my own soundtrack. I don't have to have it played for me, so it's always fun. But I didn't realize there were that many listens on that. Thank you, Havoc, for doing such a wonderful job on my theme song. I wished I could play it right now. I don't know how that works, though, Havoc, about copyright. I feel like, though, since I sang it, part of the words, I should be able to play it on my channel. I should be able to play it.
The only person who could take you to court is Havoc.
I do feel like I've asked Havoc several times, Havoc Otter, to cut it down where it's just my vocalizations on there, and I can play it on my channel as a little intro. I want to do it, as an intro, because I thought it was just so much fun to listen to that song. And I actually have, because this is going back to streamers, I have a lot of stream points. And now, Holden, we're just going in here for fun. We're going in here for fun.
Yeah.
Is Quest around? Because Quest could go in if he wanted to have fun with us. But I have requested it be played in other live streams where, they don't save the recording, and you often go in and you will hear streamers playing, current music, past music, a stream of music, which I love. Often so many of them play great songs. And I have redeemed channel points to have streamers play the No Mercy Mission song. I confess it. Look, sometimes you have to blow your own horn. Sometimes you gotta eat the cake you baked. And
Can we reload it?
I will request it. I will request it.
Got to do a typical Holden needs to change one mod.
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
It's
Now,
this
hold,
one.
remember, this is just for fun. What is the final? Let's
know.
see. I know we go down into this Clovis Bray facility. Is it a Hive
It's
night down there?
I don't think so. I think this one ends with the Shrieker, maybe.
Oh, the big purple Shrieker down there.
I think
Ari
so.
Dorable, hello. It's good to see you. How are you? Thank you for hanging out. I didn't mean to ignore you. I just forgot to say howdy. But Ari Dorable, hello. It's good to see you.
Okay, I am ready to
Now,
go.
Holden, you're decking out like you're serious. You're decking out like you're
I don't.
serious.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be in a GM and not be serious.
Oh, now we're just gaming today, Holden. We're just gaming. I know full
Yeah, I
well
know.
you have finished this. You have done this Grandmaster before.
I just feel what's it called, like I don't like being in an activity and not being optimized.
Okay. Well, are you optimized?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Let's look. People are busy. I've not played with a mission in a really long time. In orbit, but you know what? I don't like pulling people in when they're not aware of that, like what we're going into. I don't want to invite someone and then be like, "Can you believe Ransom pulled me into a Grandmaster and didn't give me heads up?" Because I would not want to be pulled into a Grandmaster without having a heads up about it. So,
Yeah,
but
we'll be
Holden
alright.
and I, we both know, and we've completed this. I know I have completed this many times. And I did make this to the boss solo, and then, slipped up and got taken out by one of the Litlans. And, that's always, it's kind of a pet peeve of mine to be taken down, by the little guys. Have you ever had that thought, Holden, where it's like, okay, I'm fine if the boss gets me, but I don't want to go down, to a thrall.
Yeah.
Oh, he snuck up behind me. See what I mean? That nasty little low level hive. But now remember, these things grow up. They grow up. I don't know what they're eating here on this icy planet. They're probably chewing on ice crystals all day long. Or somebody's delivering food to these minions of the darkness. But I guess Savathun is controlling the hive right now. Wouldn't you think she's still in charge? But I would think they wouldn't like her.
Savathun is in charge of the Lucent Hive.
So who's controlling all these other hive?
Themselves.
They're just up to no
Themselves,
good,
or
no matter who's in
Maybe
charge.
Zivu. Maybe Zivu. There's different factions of Hive.
But Sivu, are they still loyal to her? I mean, she had her sword logic broken by a human, Eris Morn, a human. Well, Eris Morn, she would still be considered. I mean, she's at least half human still, if not 90% human. Savathun seemed to act like she created what Eris Morn is today. We know that Eris Morn's ghost self-sacrificed in order that she might live. Boy, these guys are so healthy. Holden is really a phenomenal warlock, and you see the use of Osmia. Is that osmiomancy or just the stasis?
Which the
little ice crystal, the little guy out there.
that is the Bleak Watcher turret.
And
I'm gonna
is that in
die.
conjunction with osmiomancy, or are you using it for
No.
something else?
I'm just using Prismatic Warlock and Getaway Artist, the everything build. I just got screwed over by the anti-barrier jumping to the right and making me expose myself to all the other ads, and now I'm gonna get blowed up.
Here he comes with his staff. Look at that dirty, rotten. You could have been growing crops in the EDZ. Get out of here. They're gonna chase me, and I've got to try to get over there and get Holden. Let's see if I can. There they come. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. They probably couldn't have put water on a corn cob. So yeah, get out of here. Whoa, those curvy bullets, they're always an absolute nuisance. What got me? A shock rifle, a curvy bullet. Why was I down here? I know that I should seek shelter. You know, use the environment to your advantage. Art of war. Art of war. You know, you got to use your environment. And it was that one guy up there, the captain. I met him on the Cosmodrome. You know, I'm going to send a report to Mithrax. You're not going to be here for long, buddy. We're going to report this. I'm going to need a number. Guardian down. Guardian down. Look, you got to entertain yourself when you've done these a dozen times, and I know Holden has done them dozens and dozens. And you got to create a little bit of spice on this burrito. Q, how are you? It's good to see you. Q is in the house. Q, have you been live streaming? You need to come back to Destiny. We need you. Destiny needs you. I miss playing with you, Q. Q and I had some really phenomenal adventures. We've been around the block, let me tell you, in some of the really hard stuff. Alright, I don't want to open up that chest just yet, because I'm thinking that...
Yeah, we can do it way later.
Now, is somebody trying to shoot me with a curvy bullet? You know, she had a... who's the frozen queen down here? Ooh, who did that? We froze her, you know, up on one of the planets here on Europa. And then we need to, like, get rough and ready with her. But she did do something that kind of saved everything. No!
Oh, guys,
Woo!
I gotta go.
I lived!
I gotta go. I'll see you guys later.
Thank you, Tectonic. It's always
Yep, see you
good
later.
to hear you. I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. It had been a while. I was getting concerned about you. I know school's
Sure.
important, though, but I'm happy to see you.
Alright. Well, bye.
Thank you, Tectonic. Oh, they're hidden behind that piece of glass. Come on out. Don't make me go Jason Voorhees on you. Some of you know, some of you don't. Woo, there's a lot of them. Switchblade Susie? I don't know where she come from, but she got it in for me. I was trying to hit my super. I got in his face. He got in my face. He was bigger. He was badder. I'm down. Show him no mercy, Holden. No mercy. Cue the music. Cue the music. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. I would have helped Ransom in so many things, but I don't have the season pass for the final shape or the final shape. I hear you. I hear you.
Sub-level doors opening now.
I think that I saw some heavy drop. I don't even know that I need this heavy. Well, yeah, I could use it because I can hold 400.
It fills up your special ammo too if you have a special weapon.
Whee! I guess it is. It's the servitor, or no, not the servitor, but the big shrieker.
I think it's the Shrieker. I can't remember for sure though.
For a long time, we were told that those were the eyes of Savathun. Yes, my little old pocket rockets. Take them down. Now, I think this is a witch down there in the mist. Holden, did you read where they're revisiting Salem's Lot from Stephen King?
I hadn't heard of that, but sounds good, I guess.
And I think the casting director has really done it justice from what I've read.
Are you serious? I didn't die. I didn't die from the slice, and then I got wire rifled to finish me off.
I've got you. I've got you.
Thank you.
It's not an anime character. I got you. But it should be. I can't really see in the mist, but I'm going to fire at her and hope I hit. Phoenix, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. Hello, Phoenix. Phoenix NCC. NCC immediately brings to mind Star Trek. Was it double C's or just NC, or am I remembering that wrong? But also
NCC, I think.
NCC. My home state, Phoenix, is North Carolina, NC.
Yeah.
The thing I like about Unstoppables, you don't have to really stun them. They don't regrow their health. It helps you to stun them, but, in case you don't, you can still get them. You can still get them. Overloads and barriers, you're not going to still get them. And he moved behind a structure. Somebody put that there deliberately. Guardians, I was just speaking. Now that ship that just went, that carrier, that transporter, that was full of exos.
I'm safe behind glass, sort of. Thank you. We have 0 revives now. Because I suck.
No, we're just outnumbered.
Let's take out.
We're outnumbered.
Let's take out the Let's take out the unstop at the back corner there.
Yeah, because the Ogre Eye Blast, it's pretty difficult to survive that.
Yeah.
I wished he would stop moving. You're going to have to stand still. This will be much easier for you, Mr. Unstoppable Ogre. And watch this guy dance. Do a little dance. I do love Wish Ender to break through the barrier. I don't think there's anything really that could compete with Wish Ender Steel. I just don't think so. I really, really don't think so. This Bear Claw. Leave me alone, Bear Claw. Yay! Oh, look at all of them. There's still a whole gang of them back there. They were warned. Somebody called ahead. Somebody called ahead. Now, the real challenge, you and I, we all know it. Holden knows what the real challenge will be. It's the fact that we're going to be down there with the Shrieker. And this will be a challenge. It's a challenge. But remember, we're just finding out what we're up against. We've stepped into a war with the Hive. Now, if I remember correctly, there's a couple of ammo containers down here that are easy to overlook. Well done. Well done. Switchblade Susie and her girlfriend, Switchblade Susie. You've heard of Heathers? These are the Susies. Oh my gosh. Double? Are they both unstop? Are those new, Holden?
Nope.
You gotta watch for that Flores. You know, I have to remember, watch for the Flores. And remember, these rocket-assisted weapons, they can do a lot of damage to you. I don't think that tomb ship will fire at me. Xivu Arath's little monster is already out. I thought we had to go so far forward to get that guy.
Xivu Arath's battle song emboldens her soldiers.
We got to get the thing, the highlighted target.
Yeah, the Death Tongue Chorister.
Yeah, that thing.
Oh, man. Ah! Oh, man, oh, man.
No, 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 no.
Who hit me? Who hit me? My motto has always been, Guardians, when working on this stuff, take out the friends first. You know, break up the party. They don't like it nearly as much when you break up the party. Oh, I see who's doing it. He's launching those from across the battlefield. Man, oh man, he regrows quickly. And of course, I had to reload. Finally, I thought he would never leave. Stop jumping around, Mr. Revenant Knight. Oh, what a night. He's hidden back there, Guardians. I can see him. Just a barely little tip. Maybe a precision bow might be able to hit that. I don't know. I'm going to grab this heavy. Usually you can get the little Death Tongue choristers to like jump off. Whoa, Holden scared me.
Oh, I can't use my Transcendent Grenade if I go Transcendent while the Chorister's alive? I'm dead, but the Chorister's dead too.
Alright, I saw him go down. I got you, Holden. I got you. My favorite Grandmaster Nightfall, I would still have to think it's Glassway. And I'm a big fan of Glassway. Now, having said that, the new one has been a lot of fun. I don't know what the new one is called, but I've really liked it.
Liminality.
Yeah, Liminality. What have you thought about it, Holden? Do you enjoy it?
I hate it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I don't hate it. I just, I don't know. I'm kind of in a weird spot when it comes to Nightfalls. Like, I just don't find Nightfalls to be engaging content.
Why is that?
Because there's not enough mechanics. I don't know. It's...
So you do enjoy more of the puzzle side of it all?
But you know what's funny is that I say that, and yet Liminality has like the running part, which I enjoy that part of it. I don't really like how...
You mean the floor is lava
how-
portion?
Yeah, I don't really like how tight the timing is. I don't... Here's my whole thing, Ransom, is that I'm really bad at explaining how I feel about stuff in general, and I'm very like very much a fence rider. I'm like always trying to look at all perspectives and stuff like that. I would rather not play. I don't even know I don't even know how I feel. It's a much larger thing than just Destiny. Like I'm getting into the weeds of like I'm 38 years old and I feel like a little bit lost in life even though I have like a steady job and I love playing like the game.
And Holden, you're good at your job.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, I mean,
I don't know,
yeah,
I feel like
your work has been published and seen by, you know, boatloads of people around the world.
Yeah, I'm just not very fulfilled by video games lately.
Woo! Golly, that guy tried to get me. There's another one of those. This is so populated. There are so many hive guys down here. And I know the laser beams are coming up, and there's a lot of hive we're going to be facing real soon. Try Danielson, you like Liminality? Try Danielson, I ran a lot of those with you. And I think, Holden, didn't we run together on Liminality?
Yeah, I mean, part of why I said I hate it was a joke because of the fact that we beat it our first try and then we failed like the next 5.
Oh, yes. Those are just little hiccups. That's learning experience is what that is.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't change the fact that I feel like a failure anytime that I wipe in a GM.
Holden.
That's
now,
on
Holden,
me. That's on me.
You
it's
should
entirely
not,
on me.
You should not. I know it may be how you feel because you've told us it's
failure
how you
is
feel,
learning.
But
failure is learning.
You're a quality player.
Oh boy.
Get in, my little robot friend.
Brain status calamitous.
Status calamitous? No, this is not calamitous. It's just a bad situation, Mr. Bot.
Let's get the wizards first.
Thermopylae protocol. Progressive.
I put a turret close.
Oh, come out, witch. Come out. Try Danielson, are you the one that recommended the Witch series to me on Netflix? Because I am thoroughly enjoying it.
Security breach. Contact.
She's so far over, I can't
wanna-
really get to her, Holden.
Do we want to focus that servitor in middle?
Yeah, let's focus that.
Or just one of the closer knights, probably.
Yeah, one of these in the front. I'm working on the one on the left. Well, he jumped
Left
away.
sounds good.
Ammunition reserves 7%.
No! Vile witch! Your dress is torn and your crown is crooked. You smell of blue cheese and day-old fish. Get out of here. Thank you, Holden.
Creation demolition sequence. Excision charge prime.
For the first time, I'm really hearing those little bots speak up. Oh, Quest. All right, buddy. Have a good evening. I didn't see Quest say goodbye. Bye, Quest.
Creation
No.
demolition sequence. Excision charge prime.
Put his shield up when we couldn't see him.
Thermopylae protocol. Progressive.
I feel like Clovis Bray is sneaking around down here. I have no doubt he's somewhere down here doing dirty deeds. I was
I believe
told there
Clovis
was...
Bray, like the original Clovis Bray, though, is everywhere in this facility because he's like an artificial intelligence.
I
But
know.
that's like the central thing right there. That head.
That's Clovis Bray the first.
Yeah.
I always wanted that to be Rasputin's body.
I'm so mad right now. I'm popping my super and killing this anti-barrier out of spite.
Woo! I've got to watch out for her. She's going to try to burn me up. And the popcorns are on the battlefield?
Contact.
Whoa, there are a lot of them.
Thermopylae protocol. Progressive. Thermopylae protocol. Progressive.
This is where shoot to loot really comes in. And you know, none of my weapons have it right now.
Security breach. Contact. Contact.
Whoa! I lived! It was a Subaru! Thank goodness that one's gone, but there's another one on the other side.
Position compromised. Protect Prey asset. Security breached. Contact. Contact.
Watch her! Watch, she's got a mind of her own. Oh, did I killed the witch and that disappeared?
Yeah, it despawned. It despawned the champion, but I was doing damage to it, so it might have counted. We'll see.
We've been cheated. We have been cheated. That I didn't realize if I took the witch down, that thing
I
just
didn't know that
totally
either.
disappeared.
I didn't know that either. I would have said.
Submine vault's lockdown tight.
I thought I saw a
The
piece of
maintenance
heavy
shafts are
around
just
here.
Big enough to fit you and all that armor.
But we are going to. Oh, here it is. We are going to get a flag in just moments. In moments.
Neither did the Vanguard's archives. Which submine is this?
Gotta make it
I
through
have the
this
same
part
question.
first.
Turns out it's not really a submind, not in the traditional sense. It's more like a foundational AI framework they all use.
But now, Holden, you know that this, you can let this time out, and then we get 2 additional champions for revives.
That's a good point.
But we will not get, we would not get the heavy crate, but we do get 2 additional revives.
Yeah, that's fine with me. I mean, 13 revives should be okay.
I know it's a tough time in there. It's a tough time.
Ay, ay, ay. I gotta pop super. I'm a dummy.
Guardian, she has been sent to try to take all of my heavy ammo away from me. And I'm not falling for that.
I could finish it off and we wouldn't get the champions.
Woo! He's angry.
Thing is that if we take longer than 45 minutes, then we
don't
get
get
0
revives.
revives.
Yeah, that's true. That's an excellent point. Did both of them come out?
Just one.
Okay, so we didn't get the ogre champion there.
Yeah.
That is one.
It might be based on how many you
AI.
break.
Guardian, get gouging.
We could also wait for my super, which no, it's fine. We should hang out underneath the platform on the right side. Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna start this up. So we should hang out over here.
Ugh, got one.
Yeah, if you hang out in that area, I'll hang out in this area, and then if either one of us goes down, we're not, like, grouped up.
Oh, she's angry.
Good, just keep getting the aggro. Keep getting the attention.
Oh, he got me! He burned me alive! Guardian down. Guardian down. I'm burning for you. Who threw that? Oh, probably her. Vile creature. Incoming. Those look like Axiom darts.
Yep. Okay. Champions.
Woo-wee. That is one angry witch. Now, is this where we have to deposit orbs?
Yep. Thank you for making that.
I tried
I'm
to
gonna
get
go
him up
in
in
and
the
get a
air
dunk.
for you.
Yep, thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What is the meaning of this? Alright. Come on, peek out. Nice. Grabbing that one. Wizard and or ads or whatever. Okay, I got another ball. Oh. Gotta kill the wizards in the center before I can dunk it. Oy 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 oy.
Look at them all. Who warned them?
Okay, I got this, but oh, there's a wizard. There's a captain underneath with us. Can you kill this captain that's underneath with us?
He's dead.
And then can you go dunk the last ball? I'm killing everything.
All right, let me throw my sword. Ah.
Yeah, so go ahead and dunk that in the middle. I'll keep you protected. Great job. Okay, we got things spawning, more wizards.
Whoa! I can breathe. I can breathe.
Anti-barriers. Okay, taking out the anti-barrier as quick as I can here. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, I think we're safe. Trying to get my super back so I can have that as a... Oh crap. There's a knight or something.
Where did... Oh, there he is. He's back in the middle.
Ooh. No revives, Ransom. I'm putting out a slow turret to save us. Wizard on the left, wizard on the far left. That's our priority right now. Lots of wizards.
No! No, I fell off! Ah! Be safe, Holden. Be safe. I fell off the side. I didn't even get killed by a guy. I just slipped. I fell. Thank you, Danielson. I was feeling confident until I got blown off over there trying to pull a fancy move. Luckily, Warlocks, they're a ruling class right now. They're a ruling class. We all know it. I just said it out loud.
No,
Oh,
you're
no!
joking.
Oh, that's my fault, Holden. Totally my fault.
No,
I
it's not
slipped,
your
I
fault.
fell.
It's the fault of the game. I literally had full health, and then I just got insta-nuked by like 7 streaker bits. Like, it made me blow up.
It did. What
Like, they had been-
happens is it goes real dark back there in that corner, and it disorients you for just a moment.
But it wasn't that's just the wizard smoke.
All right, let's see. Try Danielson. Where are you? Where are you? Try Danielson's barbecuing. I know you're barbecuing. Try Danielson. I know it. I don't want to pull somebody in, but I feel like I need to run this again. It's 10:20. I've missed dinner. I missed dinner. Holden, can we get a rain check on this? Can we get a rain check?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I really need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
All right. All right. I'm going to run us to the tower. Oh, Phoenix, you can join. I just realized it was 10:30, and, you know, I was supposed to have dinner like at 8 o'clock. You know, that's what happens when you're having a good time. Good times, if it's bad weather outside, good weather outside, whatever's going on, it's a good time to game. And I've been enjoying myself so much that, you know, I messed around here and just forgot about dinner. I forgot about dinner. Now, luckily, I think there's some, you know, some leftovers, maybe a piece of chicken or something. So I will go down and probably watch that witch series on Netflix. I can't remember what it's called now, but it's good, Danielson. I thought you might have told me about it. It's real good. But I want to go back in there with Holden. I do want to go back in there. And then I realized, too, this is Monday. Tomorrow's reset. It is reset. I like rewind rounds on everything. I mean, I just like it on everything. I need to get one of the better pulse rifles. I've got a lot of these LC Bray pulse rifles, and I need to get a better one. What? I'm going to look at that now. I was just goofing off in there. I didn't mean to fall. I didn't mean to fall. But what was this? Arc Surge, Solar Surge. So I'm going to make some changes. There will be changes made, and I will go back in there and really just give them a what for and a how to. Because Arc Surge and Solar, Arc and Solar, linear fusion rifles, So Arc and Solar, you know, I could have done this, Arc, and then, man, oh man, Arc and Solar. Pulse rifle, I could do this. That still gives me anti-barrier, and then I need a sidearm. And I can get that bonus sidearm damage if I use something like Buzzard. I could use something like Buzzard. Gosh, am I going to like Buzzard, though, over the Call? You know I'm not. But I'm a fan of kinetic trimmers. If this Buzzard had shoot to loot, I wonder if this dropped with shoot to loot. Oh, Zolvik, yeah, when you're in space, you can, I think it's page down or something, and it will open the vault up. Thank you for that reminder. I do forget about that a lot. I forget about it a lot. Man, Now, if I do that, but then I'm not really utilizing, you know, my heavy weapon. Pulse rifles, I could actually do this, and then I could go Outbreak Perfected. This would give me pulse rifle, you know, for those barriers, and then Unstoppable Sidearm would be Indebted Kindness, and then Unwavering Duty with that solar damage. Ooh. Oh, well, now I don't think I know about that. I do not think I know about that. Void, I need to not do this Void. You know, I think I need to just go extra this. Rapid Kinetic. I think that would be good. I think I've altered that a little bit there. I don't need a void loader. Let's take this out. I really want to go kinetic loader. I think I want to definitely just do the kinetic loader. I've got 2 left. Void won't help me. But, oh man, and these are 3s? I might need to reset this. Yeah, because I've got all of this. So let's refund it, refund it, refund it, refund it, refund it. I can't refund that, so Unstoppable Scout. Charged Up mod. This doesn't really have anything, you know, it doesn't have that. Like this, I could go the Radiolaria. Beacon rounds and incandescent. Ooh. I just like lead, you know, I like that too much to do that. I like it too much to do that. But Zully I need to look at that then for sure. Maybe I need to go solar damage. That guy, hello. That guy, Illust, hello, how are you? So arc or prismatic, and then I still want to do what? I don't want to do sniper rifle, void damage. Void sources, woven mail, frost armor, or a void overshield. So I've still got one more here.
I'm sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right, Holden. I'm just looking at this, you know, trying to get, because I'm going to go grab a bite of dinner. But I want to come back at this maybe tomorrow before reset, if I can get to it in a timely manner. And I was resetting all of this to be serious, because now that they've beat me, grudge match. Mm-hmm. We don't take that. Breaking combatant shield. I definitely feel like that would be good, because using solar damage and break the witch's solar shield. I'm liking this better. I like it better. Holden, I want to give a big thank you to you for hanging out with me tonight. It's been casual gameplay by professionals. And I'm unanimous in that. But Holden and I have discussed a lot of different things in the gaming world, in and outside the gaming world, movies. I love to visit movies and talk about movies, entertainment. Definitely I'm a fan of. If you Guardians haven't checked out my Ransom_Rider Symposium, I've changed up how I'm reading through the stories of Sherlock Holmes. You know, I'm a big fan of Sherlock Holmes and Sir Arthur Conan Doyle on my other channel, which is Ransom_Rider Symposium. Come and hang out with me. I'm reading The Hound of the Baskervilles, and it's been absolutely exceptional. I have never read the books before, or the stories, and I am excited to read through those. And just recently on the last broadcast I did, I've changed it up to where I'm just talking about words or parts of the stories or paragraphs inside of the chapters that I find interesting, because I want it to be like a book club But other, I don't. It's not just books. It's just like what's on your mind. And I would love for you guys to come in and hang out with me. Holden, have you read any of the Sherlock Holmes stories?
Not read them, no. I've watched the Sherlock BBC show, the modern one, and I've seen some Sherlock
Oh,
stuff
with
from back
Benedict
in the day.
Cumberbatch?
Yeah.
I love that, Holden. That was so well written, so well acted. It just was a soup that was delicious, and you wanted another bowl every single time. Loved that series, yes. But
Yeah, it was good.
I'm reading the original works that I've never read before, and I'm excited. I'm also, once I finish up a lot of these stories, I want to move into some of the Tarzan stuff, mainly focused on authors from the late 1800s, the 1850s to like the 1910s, and then any other subject that crosses my mind. Am I making chicken tikka masala? Should I make some? But that brings me back. Watch that coffee video for Eva Levante, and you will know why the coffee video is relevant. But Holden, thank you for being a phenomenal guest on, my Chit Chat show tonight. I'm always grateful and appreciative of the time and effort that you put into the game. And I want to go back into a grudge match with you, because I find grudge matches to be extremely fun when we go against the enemies of humanity. Chat, thank each and every one of you, Danielson, all of you chat members up through there. Be sure to like and subscribe. Come and hang out with me. Tell your friends about me. I need more people involved, because it gives fuel to the fire and we get to have more fun. I'm tapping you on the shoulder. If you just joined, go back into my live stream and see what that means. I'm tapping you on the shoulder. I'm Ransom Rider. Thank you, Holden. Thank you, Speakeasy Bob. Everybody that hung out with me tonight. Thank you. And I will see you next time inside the gaming world of Destiny 2. Bye. Thank you, Holden. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, chat. I appreciate you guys.